Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Welcome back to a brand new series of Down the Line with me, the award-winning Gary Bellamy, where you, the great British public, have your say on the issues that matter. Phone us on 0808 110 0000. With me, Gary Bellamy, DTL. Oh, hang on. Sorry, we have a technical glitch here. I got carried away and set the faders too high. I don't think you heard that because the music was too high. Hang on. Oh, heck. You know the score. I think I'm allowed to say heck, aren't I? After all, the Irish are allowed to say feck. Phone in on the usual number about whatever's keeping you awake at night. Like, how comes the Irish are allowed to say feck when we all know it's really you know what I mean. Anything you like. I don't know. What are we talking about today? Food. What goes in it, where it comes from, and what's gone wrong with it. Quite literally, banzai. Okay, I've got Robin Bowater on the phone. Hello, Robin.
Hello there, Gary.
Hi.
I'm surprised at you, Gary.
Why?
You've gone the way of everything else on Radio 4. The dumbing down.
In what way? Why?
The incessant use of music on Radio 4. You use it over your introduction in such a way I couldn't hear a single word you were saying.
Actually, that was a technical glitch.
Radio 4 is the last bastion of intelligent speech. And I can hardly listen to it anymore. There's music on everything. You know, if I'm trying to listen to a documentary on, I don't know, the coastal footpath or hysterectomies, it is not helped by suddenly some bit of illustrative pop music being put in, as if I'm a hyperactive teenager who's not going to listen unless Elvis Presley or somebody is singing over it. I'm going to have to remove your womb, or something like that.
Well, see, I really love music. I think it's great. And don't you think
I
that...
love music too, but there's a place for music. If I want to sit and listen to music, I will sit and listen to music. If I want to sit and listen to intelligent speech, I don't want to listen to music at the same time.
But it doesn't help for dramatic effect?
No, it's not at all. Do you think that Chekhov, when he initially wrote Three Sisters, felt the desire, the need to have an entire symphony orchestra on stage, illustrating every point? Sorry, what are you doing? What's that?
I'm just playing some music.
Why?
I just thought it would help with some of the calls. I mean, your call is an angry call, so I thought a bit of angry music might help.
I don't think my call is angry at all. My call is very reasoned. I'm making a perfectly ordinary point. And you see, the problem is, in our society, everything has to be sexed up, doesn't it?
Okay, that's not helping. Maybe I'll put something on a little bit quieter.
There is no escaping music in the modern world. Wherever you go to the shops and there's music there played to try and make you buy more things. I was in one of those modern shopping centres. There was music playing out of every single shop doorway. It was extremely hard to concentrate, and I bought several pairs of jeans by mistake.
But the thing is, isn't it...
My wife said to me when I got home, "What on earth have you bought these jeans for?" And I said, "I don't know. There was some music playing, and I felt impelled to buy jeans."
So what were you going to buy before you were sidetracked by the music?
Corduroys.
Hello!
Hello, it's the Pearly King.
Hello, Gary, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Oh, I'm the same as ever, mate.
Haha. I've got just the right bit of music for you. So what are you calling about today?
Oh, reading about all this food nonsense.
The horse meat scandal.
The horse meat scandal. Oh, turn that off, Gary, will you? That roll out the barrel
sorry.
drives me crackers. I can't have that no more. There's only 3 Cockney songs. Roll out the barrel, Daisy, Daisy, the blooming lamb of what? We hear 'em all day.
There you go.
Gary, I've been eating all since I was about 4 or 5 years old.
Really?
Yes, we all eat anything. All us lot.
Yes.
And we was go up picking in the summertime down in Kent. We would go out early morning and we would catch ourselves anything to eat from the land. Badgers, rooks, crows. We'd catch it, we'd roast it up.
You'd catch a horse?
No, if the horses died off, we'd eat them. Of course we would. I mean, people have been eating horse for years.
I suppose the problem with this horse situation is that we are buying food we think is beef, yet it's horse meat. It's
Deception, ain't it, Gary? That's what we don't like.
Obviously, we can't taste the difference because it must be full of flavourings.
Tastes the same to me.
But I suppose, what do you
Once
think...
she's got her hands on it, my old lady, she put her filthy paws on it.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, Pearly? But at least we're in a country where we can just walk down to the supermarket and get some food, even if it is a little bit contaminated.
Oh, thank God we're none of us starving.
How are you managing?
We're doing all right. We do the charity nights. We had a little one last week. We got a few people come down there. We got Adele.
Oh.
It weren't the real Adele. It was an Adele experience. She come down, the girl. She looked like Adele. She's a fat lump. And she sung a Sky Soul, Sky Soul. Fantastic.
Thanks very much for your call.
Ta-da.
OK, let's take another call now. We've got another regular. It's Early D.
Hey, niceness.
You're ringing to talk about music.
The thing with music, yeah, is that, like, my next-door neighbours, right, they're really, really making me vex, you understand, yeah?
What are they doing? Are they playing their music too loud?
I like that one. Niceness.
Niceness.
I come back, yeah, I've been out with my dreads, we're chilling, innit? Everything's cool, everything's airy.
Airy.
Next thing I know, the doorbell is ringing. Next door neighbour, innit? Can you please turn the music down? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Blood! It's the weekend, innit? I've been working, I'm chilling, I'm relaxing. That's what music is for.
Yeah, but you got to have consideration for your neighbours, haven't you?
When you're in your coffin, you got long time for quiet, innit? But when you chilling out on a weekend, you don't want people coming to your door. I get vexed.
Well, how loud do you play your music?
Loud, I play it loud till it nearly blow up the house, blood. I want my music to rattle my bones till my eyeball is going to drop out my socket. That's how I like it, or I can't hear it.
So what if your neighbour doesn't want their eyeballs to fall out their sockets?
Well, they got to deal with it, blood. It's like somebody on Radio 4, yeah, playing their music loud in their documentary, and then someone on Radio 3 saying, turn it down. You know, I want to listen to Brahms. I can't hear my Brahms or whatever. The man from Radio 4, I have to say, shut up, man. I'm playing my documentary music loud as I want, innit?
It's not really the same. You can't
It's exactly the same, Dread, right? They look like if I was listening to a documentary, something to do with hysterectomy.
Yeah.
I want to feel my wall shaking. I want to feel the vibration. I want to feel it loud. I want to feel the reality of what it's chatting to me about, innit?
It can be annoying. I've got noisy neighbours and it's very irritating.
It's not nice, blood.
OK, here's the thing, right? Why not get headphones?
It's not the same, Dread.
Why not?
But it won't shake the wall, innit?
OK, why not get...
It's got to shake the wall, shake the floor. Everything's got to be vibrating.
OK, why not put your headphones on and sit in a washing machine?
I like that one, innit?
Don't get too excited, though, eh?
Niceness.
Thanks for your call. OK, you're listening to Down the Line with me, Gary Bellamy, and next we've got Graham Downs.
Hello, Gary.
Hi, Graham. So, I presume you're ringing in to talk about food.
I'm actually ringing. I can't say that word no more. Ringing. I'm actually ringing. I put an extra syllable in as well, and I got all the letters all jumbled. I'm actually just ringing it in because I've recently gone on a diet, Gary.
Oh, what's made you want to do that?
It's the legacy of the Olympics. I just thought, come on, Graham. The sugar puff actually is not your friend, it's your enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, I've been on the old, like the protein shakes and
Yes.
shake, rattle and roll. All the shake and vac and all that, so, yeah. I drink the shake. She does the vac. All right, Mum. Anyway, she can't hear me at the moment.
But, Graham, you won't be the man you are now.
I'll be twice the man I am, even though I'll be half the size. You do the math.
Are you doing any specific diets, like, I don't know, the Atkins diet or the caveman diet or the fast diet?
Well, it's the Downs diet.
The Downs diet.
It basically says cut out the sugar puffs, cut out the sweets, cut out the bread, cut out the potatoes, cut out the cakes, cut out the croissants, cut out the fizzy drinks.
What can you eat? Fish. Fresh fish. But this diet, surely you have a little cheeky Mars bar every now and again.
Have you noticed, Gary, if you say cheeky in front of something, people think it's okay. Or shall we have a cheeky glass of wine, or a cheeky little fag, or a cheeky Chelsea bun, or just a cheeky punch in the face? It's just a cheeky little rape, I mean, or a cheeky murder. Oh, how about a cheeky bit of genocide?
Yeah. You know what, Graham?
Yeah?
This is what I'm going to do, OK?
Yeah?
If you manage to lose that weight, OK, and you can get out of bed,
Yeah?
get mobile, I want you to come straight down to the radio studio. I'll meet you outside, and I'll take you for a cheeky pint. I mean it.
Oh, that'd be...
Is that a deal, Graham?
I'd love that, Gary. We'll have a cheeky night out.
Well, listen, I promise, we'll do that. You just get losing that weight and get mobile, OK?
I'm on it straight away. I'm wiggling my arms and legs even now.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Hello.
Hello, it's Martin Boner. I'm ringing in to talk about food and what goes into it.
What goes into it, then?
Well, everything goes into it. It always has done. It's absolutely ludicrous, this obsession with scrutinising too closely what goes into our food. Otto von Bismarck famously said, laws are like sausages. It is better not to see them being made.
Ah.
Now, we in Britain, we love a traditional old-fashioned pink banger, don't we?
We do.
They're full of all sorts of bits and bobs.
What about the ones that say 99% pork?
Nobody really likes those posh ones you get in the supermarkets. You've been made with, I don't know, venison, apricots and snowdrops or something. You know what goes into them. They're dull. What we love is the taste of a traditional banger, made of nostrils and such like. You know, if one did DNA testing on every banger one ate, well, you know, you'd never eat another thing.
No.
But the thing is, we like them. We like the taste of them. It doesn't do us any harm.
I suppose what it is people don't... okay, if you eat a pork sausage, at least whatever the nostrils come from the cow.
Yes, indeed. It probably is the nostril of a cow, along with the gallbladder of a sheep, the kneecaps of a chicken, and the rectum of a horse.
Yes, but I still don't like the idea of eating the rectum of a horse.
Well, my father was a prisoner of war of the Japanese. He'd have killed for the rectum of a horse.
Well, thanks for your call and, yes, open my eyes. This is Down the Line, and we're talking about what's in your food. And if you want to join in the conversation, give us a call on 0808 157 0000, all the zeros. Okay, hello, who's there?
Hello, this is Archibald.
Hello.
I just wanted to take the opportunity to share with your listeners the idea of love and fellowship throughout mankind, you know?
Lovely.
Because I think, I don't know if you've heard, have you heard the good news?
What good news?
The good news that the Savior, our Lord Jesus Christ, is amongst us and spreading his word of love.
Yes.
But at the same time, you know, you must open your eyes and make yourself aware of what is going on. We are living in troubled times. Horse-contaminating food. Duchess has been pictured on beach, partly naked.
Yeah.
The Pope has now come to resignate.
That's right.
Now the ironing lady has passed on. There is boom, boom, boom on top of boom.
Terrorism,
and I would
yes.
say to you, my friend, and all your listeners,
I know it's coming.
are you aware of the story of the Arsmans?
Sorry.
Let's try to educate you for one thing. Are you aware of the Arsmans?
I am aware. Sorry, I'm aware of the horsemans, yes.
These
horsemans.
are the indicators of the four Arsmans of the apocalypse approaching.
Yes.
The four horsemen, has been said in Revelation, they are bringing a resounding thunder as foretold in that book. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, as he casts the sinners into fire and brimstone of eternal damnation.
When can we expect this apocalypse?
The apocalypse, that's right. The apocalypse is approaching.
Today? Tomorrow?
I am spreading love and the message of the Lord.
End of the year?
And you are consuming yourself and attending to things like timetable. It is timeless. It is timeless. There is no today, tomorrow, whatever.
What constitutes as a sin, my friend?
Coveting.
Coveting what?
Coveting and fleshly pursuit.
So a fleshly pursuit.
I do not have fleshly pursuit and indulgence.
I see myself as quite a decent chap, really. You know, I open the doors for ladies. I help people up the stairs with their bags. I'm a good guy. Do I have to worry about these horsemen?
The four horsemen.
Are they coming for me?
The horsemen are coming. Do not be an idiot. The horsemen are coming. The horsemen are at the door. They are bringing famine, pestilence, fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
You yourself, you are a good man and you will be saved.
Oh, thank you.
But please, I'm begging you, spread the word. Spread the word to your listeners.
I am listening and I am spreading the word on all the important topics of the day. And if you want to get involved, you can Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL. OK, let's take another call. Who's there?
May.
Hello, May. What are you willing to talk about?
Food.
Yes.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Food I like is food that is simple to say.
Simple to say. Not
Bread.
bread, yeah.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Jam.
Jam's very simple.
Marge.
Yeah.
Tea.
Tea.
Stew.
Yeah.
Veg.
Fruit?
Spuds.
Yeah, spuds.
Toast.
So you want to eat spaghetti?
No.
Or macaroni?
No.
Tiramisalata? That's a minefield, isn't it, for you?
Sauce.
Yeah.
Mash. Peas.
Do you ever go beyond one syllable in any of your foods?
No.
No. So you want to eat a syllabub?
No.
Pig?
Pork.
Horse?
Yes. See, if I can say it quickly, I trust it.
Okay.
tongue, pie, spam, greens.
Here's one for you. Would you eat calamari? Squid? That's simple.
I have that.
So you'd eat squid, but you wouldn't eat calamari?
Yeah, that's correct.
Gotcha.
If you can say
Thanks very much for
quickly,
your call, but I think I've got you now, okay?
eggs, peas,
Thanks for your call.
brains.
Okay, you're listening to Down the Line here on Radio 4, and, we've got Chris Nibbs on the phone. Hello, Chris.
Yeah, Chris Nibbs.
Christopher Nibbs, Nibsy.
The Nibster.
What's your point, love?
You had the fella on earlier who was talking about the imminent arrival of the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
That's right.
Death, famine, pestilence, and...
Myrrh.
the other one.
Oh, what is the other one?
Anyway, that's not the point, but the point that Nibbs wants to make, Gary,
Yeah.
is that I think the four horsemen of the apocalypse have already arrived, but they proved to be fairly ineffectual. In fact, I think I found one of them in my supermarket brand beef lasagna last night. There were definite traces. I think it was probably death.
Oh, dear. Yeah, no, Nibsy, I'm still trying to think what the fourth horseman of the apocalypse is.
Yeah.
Who was he?
Well, I mean, the thing is, once you've got death, you don't really need the three others, do you? He kind of trumps the lot. Because the others are just a kind of lead up to it. So you kind of think, he probably used to get a bit cheesed off. Think, what are the other three coming along for? I'm death.
Yeah.
I'll sort everything out that needs sorting. So you think, why have we got pestilence and...
Hang on, so what's the other one?
I had him before.
Yeah.
War...
What? No.
No, the Nibs is stumped.
No.
Nibsy should have done his homework.
Does anyone else know if you could ring in? Because we are completely baffled.
See you then, gal.
Cheers, boy. See you later.
Ta-da.
Maybe if you know who the four horsemen of the apocalypse are, you could give us a ring on 0808 157 0000.
We could just Google it, Gary.
Don't say that, Matt. This whole edifice will come crashing down. We might as well Google the whole show. Right. More calls. Hello. I've got Chuck Perry on the line. Hi, Chuck.
Hello, Joe. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
I mean, I'm not a racehorsist, but... Do you get it? I'm
Yeah.
not a racehorsist, but... Guess what we had for dinner last night? Sugar! I'll have a cup of tea. 2 sugars. Ooh!
Well, maybe Shergar is the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. We're talking about food and what's in our food today, and we've got David on the line. What's your point, David?
Can you get biscuits in Africa?
I'm pretty sure...
My mate's going out now.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay, down the line, Humphrey Milner, hello.
Yes, hello there, Gary. I'm calling in your topic on music.
Yes.
I love music, and I'm quite happy to have music playing on things, but I'm afraid I actually can't listen to it.
Why?
Anymore. Well, I first became aware of the problem. I was at the Royal Festival Hall. They were playing a piece by Sir Granville Bantock.
Who?
Sir Granville Bantock.
Who?
Sir Granville Bantock.
Who?
Sir Granville Bantock.
Yeah.
The Hebridean Symphony. But about 5 minutes into the piece, I heard this, and I turned to the man next to me and I said, "For goodness sake, man, turn that thing off. This is bloody phone noise going." And he looked at me, gave me a look, and the orchestra obviously carried on playing. They didn't stop for me. But the same thing happened.
Yes.
This man next to me, and I lost my temper with him in the end. And I said, "Look, for goodness sake, just if you want to make a phone call, just go outside and make it." And he looked at me like I'm an absolute madman. It turned out he didn't have his phone on at all. It was my tinnitus, you see.
Oh.
They're playing up, and there's a certain frequencies of the, I think it's the string section and the higher end of the brass section. It just causes this irritating noise. And I can't listen to music anymore. It's a great avenue of pleasure closed to me.
Yeah. Have you seen a doctor about this, or an ear specialist?
Well, there's nothing they could do about it. Garage is part of old age. And,
No.
oh gosh, look, I'm getting it now. Just talking to you, Gary. That's never happened before.
No, Humphrey. I think actually that is
Tell you what.
your phone ringing.
Who is it? I do apologise. I'll just try and find the damn thing. There we are. Is that better? Oh, no, I can still hear it.
No, I can't hear that.
And it's just in my head, is it? Okay.
Well, that's very sad, Humphrey. That must be very distressing for you. I thought tinnitus was actually tinnitus until recently. Someone corrected me. Interesting. So we're talking about food. What is in our food? We don't know anymore. Is it a horse? Is it a fox? Is it a badger? I don't know. Who's on the line? Hello.
Mr. Khan here, Tumut leader.
Mr. Khan.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very good. Gary, I'm not surprised at all with all this talk about beef, horse. You have to be very careful. You should all eat halal food. Halal food is very... And this is the other thing I heard. It is this thing about there is... the food they've been serving in the prisons, yes?
That's
is not
right.
halal. It's not halal.
They found pork traces, haven't they?
For the Muslims. But this is wrong, Gary. This is very wrong. I tell you why. Because there's no Muslims in prison.
Sure about that?
There's no Muslims in prison.
Right. I think there are a few. I mean, there's a few.
We've talked about this before, Gary. How can there be Muslims in prison when the Muslims don't do the crime? If a man breaks the law, he's no longer a Muslim.
He's struck off.
So then the horse meat.
Do you worry about what you give your children for dinner? Do you look at the back of the packaging and think, oh, no, E numbers?
The only number I'm looking for is price.
Yeah.
99p. You know?
Thanks very much for your call.
Thank you.
Now, whilst I've been taking calls, Matt, my producer, has knocked me up a new ringtone. So I'll just turn on my phone and have a listen. I like that. Yeah. Let's go to another call now. Hi, Julius.
Greetings. Can I have a little chat with you about the subject of music?
Yes.
I agree with the statement that there's such a cacophony of noise the whole time. All the time, you cannot go anywhere at all. I live quite near Wembley.
Yes.
They have a concert venue there. There's constant music playing there. Noise.
Well, that's a designated venue for music, though, isn't it?
Why can't they, in the concert venue, why can't they have horses doing tricks or something for the family?
Horses doing tricks?
Something like that to entertain the whole family.
True.
Or even in the pub. Yeah. Why can't they have a magic show?
Well, no. I mean, I'd love to see a magic show in a pub.
Have a magic show, and then you can have some horses dancing.
They still make a noise.
Well, no, it's not a constant cacophony of sound. I'll give you an example. I went into the stereo shop.
Yes.
I wanted to get, a multi-sound system recording center. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like a hi-fi.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. That I can have it in my living room.
Yeah.
The fellow started up the thing. My God, please forgive me, give me strength and breath. The fellow nearly blew my socks out of the shop with the sound and noise they're making. Oh, I said, no, I don't want that. It's making too much commotion.
Yes, but...
that's what we are living in. We got too much accustomed to noise. Isn't something lovely about silence?
Oh, I agree. Silence, as they say, is golden.
I mean, listen to the silence now.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Sorry. I forgot to turn my phone off when I was playing with my new ringtone. Hello? Yeah. Look. I can't talk right now. I'm on the air. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Okay. Can't you sort it out? Well, yeah, I'll get them on the way home. That was Michaela there. We've run out of nappies. Okay, let's take another call. Hello there.
Hello, I like calling about 4 Horsemen Apocalypse.
That's right, yes. Do you know what the fourth one is?
I always had it down as 5.
5.
Panic, hate, malevolence, greed, slime.
Slime.
And lust. That makes 6.
You're just thinking the 7 deadly sins.
Am I?
What are they?
Pride, sloth, envy...
Greed?
Pride. Magic.
No.
You're putting me off. Be quiet now. Let me go.
Yeah. I'm in charge here. Don't you tell me what to do. Okay. 7 deadly sins. Go.
I'll do it straight off, right? Don't button. Pride, sloth, envy, greed, magic, fear, and danger.
Magic, fear, and danger aren't deadly sins.
I think what you'll find it is, if you go right back to the Bible,
yes.
It goes back to the 7 horsemen of the apocalypse riding in or the 7 horses.
Okay, well...
Pride, lust, sloth, panic, greed, malevolence, and slime.
Happy, grumpy, Doc, bashful, dopey, dozy, beaky, Mick and Titch.
Now, why would I call in and let you take the mickey out of me?
I'm not taking the mickey. Well, you've made something that was slightly obscure, completely impossible, but never mind. Thanks very much for your call. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Let's not do that anymore. Let's not ring in about the horsemen. We've kind of come to the end of that one. They'll be coming for me next. My next call. Who's there? Hello.
Hello!
Hi.
I know who the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are.
Who are they?
Frankie Dettori,
Oh.
Noel Edmonds, a man called John, who you don't know, and Wookie!
You took...
Wookie!
Wookie, what, from Star Wars?
No, Ricky from EastEnders, you know, Ricky!
Thanks for your...
Ricky!
Yeah.
All right, Bianca, Ricky!
Yes. Thank you for that call. Very funny. Matt, can we just Google who the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are? Thank you. Got a tweet here from someone saying, really loving the show. I especially like the silence. Can we have a little bit more? In fact, can you shut up? That's good. We got another twit here, and it's similar thing. In fact, there's quite a few. Let's go back to the phones.
Hello, Gary. It's Mikos here.
Hello, Mikos.
I'm very concerned, Gary.
Oh.
I've got a little compunction of all the bad publicity with regard to the meat.
Yes.
People say there's horse meat in every food now.
Yes.
I just want to reassure my customers and anyone, if you want to come there, Gary, I can assure you that we've not put any horse in there.
No, but it's where it comes from. You don't know. You don't actually make the kebab meat yourself, do you? You buy it in, do you?
No, but I can guarantee there's never been one horse put in our meat.
No. Horse.
Oh, no horse.
No.
Horse.
Horse.
No horse.
No.
Horse.
Horse.
No. Hello. You looking for a good time horse?
No.
You mean clippity-cloppity horse?
Well, there wouldn't be...
Well, there might have been some horse in my food, yeah, maybe, but never any horse.
No?
Mind you, there was a couple of horses in the shop last night. They were very nice, I say, Gary. Don't tell my wife.
Thank you there, Mikos. Puts a whole new slant on the idea of a doner kebab. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: pestilence, war, famine, death. And we have time for one last call on Down the Line tonight. Hi there.
Good day, sir. Apropos of your strand on food, the other morning I got up, I cooked and ate 10 rashers of bacon, 10 sausages, 10 eggs, a large portion of beans, 10 black puddings, 10 tomatoes, 10 waffles, 10 hash browns, and 10 chips. I had 10 cups of coffee, 10 slices of toast. I then had sex 10 times, went out for a 10-mile run. Beat that.
Hello?
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Down the Line, the hard-hitting, deep-probing colonoscopy of a phone-in show where you, the great British public, have your say on the issues that matter. Like the death of the high street, and not only the death of the high street, the rural areas of Britain are in trouble too. So is anywhere in this great country doing well? And what's happened to British manufacturing? We used to be famous for making stuff, from the Industrial Revolution right through to Blue Peter. Now nobody makes anything. We just push vast sums of virtual money around and leave it to the Orientals. Check, Matt, that's not racist. We really are up the proverbial creek without the proverbial paddle. I mean, we used to be the foremost paddle manufacturer in the world. Now they're all made in China or India, probably. I don't know. Matt, can you check that out too, please, about the paddles? Can't be too careful these days. We might find it out that it's Japan and they might try and sue us. Can you get sued by a country? Find that out too. So ring us if you're living in a living part of the country or dying in a dying part. On 0808 157 0000 or Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL. Because of global warming, we're being told that many foreign species are invading our shores, but is that necessarily a bad thing? David Attenborough's recent series on Africa was amazing. You know, I'd love to see some of those animals over here. Wouldn't it be great to look out the window and see a load of chimpanzees on the lawn? Or a hippo in the pond? Or a flamingo on the shed? I can't get that excited about British wildlife. And while we're on the subject of the collapse of the environment, which endangered species would you not really miss? Hello, I've got Julius Olifuenwe on the phone.
Greetings, my friend.
Hi.
It's such a pleasure to talk to you once again. And now you're discussing the economic situation throughout the world, isn't it?
It's a bad time.
Now, during my studies, I don't know if I've explained to you, I have a diploma
In hotel management, isn't it?
That's correct. And part of it was studying the economic situation.
Yeah.
And there's a fellow, I don't know if you are familiar with the fellow by the name of John Maynard Keynes. Are you familiar with him?
Of course, I know who he is, but for the benefit of the people at home, if you could just explain who on earth he is.
John Maynard Keynes was a marvellous man. He was also a Baron of Cambridge, you knew that?
Right, yeah.
And he proposed the theory of quantitative easing.
Yeah. If you could just explain what... of course, I know what that is, but for the listeners at home, if you could just explain what you mean by that, what it is, exactly, that thing you just said.
Now, what is the meaning of that is that if the economy is not active enough to say that the action of the marketplace is not as flourishing as it can be, then they can do that bit of quantitative easing. Then you find that
89 pence for a red pepper.
The price of foodstuffs has gone to the roof.
That's what I'm saying. You talk about what you were talking about just then, which made perfect sense. But to me, 89 pence for a pepper? Come on.
I couldn't agree with you more. But can I have a...
Do you want a bag for life? No, I can't take that responsibility.
You don't want a bag for life?
No, I don't want a bag for life. Look, I've come here to buy an 89 pence pepper. This is the economy. This is what we're talking about. Do you know what? I don't even need a bag.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. It's a wastage of resources, isn't it?
What's that?
I said it's wastage of resources.
A wastage of a sausage.
It's wasting the resources of the marketplace.
Oh, resources.
But I hope that the people who are listening can understand what I said to them earlier about the Keynesian theory, quantitative easing. Okay?
£1.99 for cotton wool buds.
Thank you so much.
I mean, can you believe it?
Thanking you.
Okay, I've got the Pearly King on the phone. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there, Pearly.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Listen, I've got to say something here. We have the most beautiful wildlife in the whole world here.
So you think British wildlife is okay?
Well, our wildlife covers the whole spectrum. Quirky, colourful, majestic.
Well, all right, okay. Give me a quirky, a colourful and majestic then.
You put me on the spot, I'll go right back at you and I'll say, quirky, what about a little hedgehog? Colourful, he's got the male newt when he's spawning. He's got that beautiful livery down his stomach, golden. Majestic, what's more majestic than the golden eagle?
Well, have you ever seen one?
What, a golden eagle soaring majestically over Lambeth? Someone take a pot shot. I tell you what, I've got a garden full of newts. Ho, ho, ho!
So you're a big fan of British wildlife?
It's beautiful. The pigeon, the stoat, the ferret, the horse... all of it. The badger. I mean, I only ever see him flattened out on the A30, but I mean, if you watch on the TV, they do come out of the night and they're lovely. And they're making their little noses up, don't they? Oh, black and white. They look like Pearly Kings.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I was a bit harsh on British wildlife.
Hey!
Thanks very much for your call, Pearly King. So, we're talking about wildlife and the decline of British industry and the high street. Who have we got next? Okay, Graham Downs, you're down the line. How are you doing?
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Yes, I'm all right, thank you very much. And do you know what, Gavin? I don't know about you, but there's a lot of negative things talked about in this country, and especially, I'm not criticising you.
No.
Well, I am. But there's a lot of negative things talked about in this country, and we don't make things and all that. But in a way, it is true, isn't it? That, things in the past that we used to make, we don't make them no more, do we?
Well, like what?
And I'm not going to blame the foreign boys for this because I don't think it is them. But nowadays everything's virtual, isn't it? But it's true in my case, definitely, that I don't make things now in the way like that I done when I was young, because, I don't know, but when I was 10 years old, Gavin, I'm 40 years old, because when the Falklands War was on, right, the sugar puffs that done models, right, that came in the packets, and you could do the whole reconstruction of the Falklands War, right?
Could you?
And I done all that week by week, and my bedspread was goose green, right, and I did the reenacted battles there, right, with the soldiers, and I also done the Belgrano, right, that came in week 7, and I've done that, and I sank it in the bath.
Can I...
And I tell you what, it wasn't steaming out of an exclusion zone. I don't mean to make fun of the war and all that, but anyway, I don't make things like that no more. But I did when I was 10. So
yeah, you don't get like kits, Afghanistan sort of tank kits with Rice Krispies, do you these days?
That crackle pop, that's more for the younger kids. I don't think they can really have like war on it. You know what I mean?
No, but then Sugar Puffs.
Well, maybe that is a change for the better, Gabby. But these days we don't celebrate war with the children's breakfast cereals. Stop crackle pop.
Okay, thank you, Graham. Food for thought there. Okay, I've got a call now from Emily in Colchester about which animals we wouldn't mind going extinct. Hello, Emily.
Would we really miss leopards? Masters of disguise. Can't see them.
No.
I've been to the Serengeti. You never see one. So, frankly, would you mind?
You don't see them because they're good at hiding or
They're
because
very,
they're never
very
there?
good at hiding, and they're very rare. Yeah, hello. What's the point of that, then?
So what you're saying is there's very few of them left anyway, and you can't see them because they're hiding. So if they became extinct, who would know?
I know. People talk about,
Bye, thanks for your call.
Yeah.
Hi, you're through to Down the Line. Who's there? Hello.
Giles Smith here.
Hello, Charles.
Giles.
Giles, hello, Giles.
Hello. I'd like to ring in and talk to you about British industry.
Well, you've done it.
Basically, I'm a bit sick and tired of this. Everyone is saying we don't make anything anymore. There's no such thing as British manufacturing. It's a smear story to cover up the fact that we're actually doing pretty well over here.
So what do we make?
We make all kinds of stuff.
Like what?
Look at Jaguar. Look at Aston Martin. Look at Hornby. Look at Wolves Ices. Look at Kenneth Kennett's.
Who?
Big Bill's Belts. They're near me. They're good. Okay, we manufacture things on a smaller scale. Okay, factories have closed down. Okay, we're competing with big markets, the Asian market, the tiger economy, the rooster economy, the dragon economy, the penguin economy, all the animal economies.
Penguin economy?
They give them names, don't they? People love to give things names.
So what is that?
I look through my Thompson Local and I see hundreds of British firms and they're all manufacturing things. You know, Jaguar, Aston Martin, Wolves Ices.
Yeah, they're not British.
What aren't?
They're all foreign-owned now. They were sold. We sold them.
Really?
Yes.
What, Jaguar?
Yeah, of course.
It sounds so British.
I know it sounds British, but it's
For
been
Aston Martin, I mean, that it couldn't have anything that sounds more British than that.
all sold to foreigners.
All right, okay. Let's go in the retail sector.
Yes.
Harrods, Woolworths, Jessops.
Jessops and Woolworths don't exist anymore. They've been sold.
What? Woolworths and Jessops?
Yeah, gone.
They're
Finished.
not gone.
Done and dusted.
But Harrods is a British institution. It's right there, slap bang in the middle of the King's Road. And you
Yes.
go there and you see it and you go, yes, go on, Britain.
Excuse me, Harrods is owned by Hamad bin Jassim bin Jabba Al Thani.
Sounds like something out of Star Wars.
And it's nowhere near the King's Road.
Can
I just say
All
something?
right, HB, pencils. They're British. They must be. I've never been abroad and been given a pencil. You only get pencils in Britain, so they must be ours.
Well, I don't know.
Have you ever been given a pencil in France?
Well, I'm not sure I have.
You know, Gary, I just want to be positive about England, that's all.
Well, that's nice to hear your call, and we're all positive about England, and thanks very much for ringing up with your points. Thank you.
Maltesers, they're British.
Oh.
What about Henry Chimp's range of tools? Wellingtons, Barrett Mallard, Lyland Cobbler, Harriet Harman's hankies.
OK, I've got Christopher Nibbs on the line. Hello, Christopher.
Yeah, Chris Nibbs.
You're ringing about wildlife.
Yes, he had that fella on earlier saying how great our English wildlife was. I'd just like to take issue with that. I think our English wildlife is a bunch of twazzocks.
Why is that, then?
It's thoroughly wet.
What?
We have the most ineffectual wildlife in the world. You know, it's mice, hares.
OK, but listen, you are picking quite dull animals, I must confess. What about the badger?
I doubt you'll find any Maasai warrior down at his local travel agent trying to book a safari holiday to England.
Hang on.
Come and look at a bunch of dormice and maybe a sparrow.
But listen, right, you're saying all this because you live here and you're used to all these creatures. If you were a Maasai warrior and you saw a badger running at you, you wouldn't know what the hell to do.
Probably just quietly kick it to death.
No, you wouldn't, because
our wildlife is wet. Any foreign animal looking for easy pickings, they'll come over here.
Well, hang on. I think our animals they have like a quiet, understated charm, don't you think? What about the cheeky urban fox? You know, fantastic Mr. Fox.
Well, it can't compare with a lion or a tiger or an elephant, can
Hang
it?
on. Yes, but that's...
Shark.
We have the basking shark, which is one of the largest
Yeah, but the
on
basking
planet.
shark is the twazzock of sharks.
It's not the twazzock,
It
it's
doesn't
the biggest...
even have any teeth.
I know, but it's the...
It's just like a giant underwater twazzock.
Thanks, Nibsy, you great big Twazzock. OK, we've got a packed show, so let's go to another call. Hello.
All right, Gary. Mitch Deaver.
What are you calling about today?
I had a hippo in my back garden in a pond.
Did you?
Yeah, a little hippo.
What, a pet?
Oh, you know, we called him Harry the hippo, right? And he was great when he was a baby. He was really cute. But he got massive, and it went on a rampage, smashed through the fence next door like it was matchwood, right?
Yeah.
They was having a Barbie. Well, you know, very tragically, he's killed next door's gran. I mean, she was very old, but you don't want to be responsible for the death of a neighbour, even if it is by an out-of-control hippo. So stick to newts and don't get a hippo.
OK, Mitch, I won't. I'll just stick to bunnies or, I don't know, get a cat. OK, we've got a call now from Dave from Crawley. Hello, Dave.
Hi, I know you've been talking about animals that people would like to see extinct.
Yes.
But I think people got it back to front here. I mean, slugs and snails, you know, don't claim benefits, do they?
No.
You don't get cows rioting or, you know, snakes claiming expenses.
Yeah.
And I just think the only animal we could really do with getting rid of is mankind.
Do you know what? That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
The world would be a better place.
Exactly. Imagine if it was just the animals on the planet, nobody claiming expenses or giving themselves bonuses from the banks or, you know, paying themselves massive salaries at the BBC out of the licence fee payers' money.
Yeah, well, hang on.
Everyone would be happier.
What would snakes claim expenses for?
Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
I just said they wouldn't claim expenses.
No, but if they did, what would they claim it for
How would
example?
they claim? They can't even talk.
Yes, I know, but they can still make...
That's my entire point. The snakes aren't claiming for anything.
Yeah, but there's no point in saying snakes don't claim expenses. Maybe there's nothing they can claim for in the first place. If they did, what would they claim for?
You are joking, aren't you, mate? Snakes can't claim for anything. Get real.
What about an owner of a snake who keeps one? Can he claim benefits for the snake?
I don't think I've got anything else to say to you, mate.
No, listen, you can't make accusations that snakes don't make claims.
Right, I'm hanging up now.
Thanks for that, Dave, but... maybe you could call him with some ideas of what a snake might claim for. Yes, on 0808 157 0000 or Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL. OK, we're discussing wildlife and the collapse of good old GB. I mean, what about the Scots jumping ship? Should we oppose that? Or will it be good to get a shot of them? I don't know. Next, we've got a call from Louis from Lancaster. Hello, Louis. What are you calling about today?
Wildlife.
Lovely.
It seems to be getting a mixed press, really, but all in all, I'm sort of for it.
For it in general, in terms of either we have wildlife or we don't?
Oh, no, we should have wildlife. You see, I think the big difference between wildlife and humans is spite. They're not spiteful, are they? But there is one exception, the wasp. I mean, what are wasps for?
Well,
what do they do? Nothing. They don't make honey.
No.
I can just tell you a story to illustrate this.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I had 2 bags of shopping, and I was just walking down the road, and there was a dot in the sky. You know, it seemed to come right at me. It was a crowded street.
Yes.
And it just grabbed on to my wrist and stung me repeatedly for no reason. A wasp.
No reason.
And I just threw my shopping in the air. And as far as anyone else could see, there's, you know, I went, "You bastard! Oh, sorry. I'm on. I mean, it's really difficult to talk about wasps without swearing, actually.
Well, I mean, you would have looked like you were fighting the Invisible Man.
No one helped me because there I was, just walking normally, and suddenly I just went mad.
People must have thought you were mental.
This is my theory. Just imagine being a wasp, and you see a crowded street, and clearly it looked at me and went, victim.
Hang on, what if he thought mate? He might have thought you were a female wasp and tried to mate you.
I don't think so. I don't look anything like a wasp.
So, have you never been attacked by any other animal? It was just this one time you were attacked by this wasp?
I once had a herd of cows who looked threatening.
But they didn't actually attack you?
Well, I couldn't tell. I jumped over a hedge.
Yeah, I know what you're like. You know, cows do have that kind of stare, that dead stare in their eyes.
I'm more wildlife-friendly than human-friendly.
Thanks for your call.
Bye.
You're listening to Down the Line with me, Gary Bellamy, on Radio 4. Call me on 0808 157 0000. OK, got a regular caller now. It's Early D.
Hey, niceness.
So, Early, you're ringing about Scottish independence.
Yeah. Like, listen, I've got to say one thing, yeah? I totally respect the Scotch, innit? You know that?
Yeah.
But the only thing I think, right, if you give them their independence, right, and they go free, the next thing, what they're going to start doing, right, they're going to want to have their own atomic boom in it. They want to have their own nuclear disarmament and all them kind of thing there. Because, you know, Scotch don't like English already, innit?
Well, Not all of them, but
I can talk about, man. I know this, man. Scotch hate English to blow out. You know that. Yeah. You know that's a fact. That's a fact, blood. Right?
So you think if they become independent, this hatred will grow even more, and you think they'll end up trying to invade us? Is that what you're saying?
They won't invade, blood. They will just boom us out, big atomic boom one time, innit? Yeah. So where will
they get this atomic bomb from?
Them plotting already, Dread. Because they have a Scotchman all over the hurt. All over the hurt, they got Scotchman. Yeah. Scotchman is one of the biggest troublers everywhere. I mean, Scotch of Antarctic, right? You know that story.
Scott of the Antarctic wasn't Scottish.
We are talking about, man.
He wasn't Scottish.
We are talking about. Behave yourself, man. Have you read your history? Eh?
So, Early, can I just ask, why do you think the Scots hate us so much?
Well, because them small and the ginger and them have to wear a skirt and it's freezing to blow up there, isn't it?
Well, thanks, Early. Thanks very much for your call. Actually, Matt, you better stick on the racist list to check. I mean, working at the BBC these days is a bloody minefield. OK, so we're talking about wildlife. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, you're down the line.
I'm calling about endangered species, but it's not me who wants to talk to you. There's somebody else here, and they'd like to make their point. This is Archie, and Archie is an Abyssinian.
Okay.
Meow, Gary. Meow. Hello. I've got a point to make about leopards.
Right, so you're pretending to be a cat, are you?
Good boy, Archie. No, Archie's just here on my lap. Meow, Gary, meow.
Why are you doing this?
Meow, Gary, don't be cross with me.
I'm not being cross with you, I'm being cross with your owner. Why am I talking to a cat? Listen, what's your name?
Archie's mummy.
I'm not having this conversation anymore. Thank you very much for your call, both of you. Do you know, I hate people like that. I hate people who send cards from their dogs and from their 2-year-old kids. Oh, thank you for the baby bonnet. I'm so happy with it. Lots of love. Well, listen, George, you're 2. You can't write. It's your parents. And I hate parents like that. They really get on my nerves. OK, my next call is Oliver Trench, and you want to talk about mosquitoes, I see.
Yes, I don't know if it's in your remit, Gary.
Everything's in our remit. You're down the line. We talk about anything.
Well, I just wanted to tip my hat to Mr. Mosquito. I mean, they're phenomenal, aren't they, the mosquitoes? And we have no control or power over them, and they always get us in the end, don't they? You know, we go away each year, and we cover ourselves with oils and liniments, mosquito nets, little coils under the restaurant table. At night, we climb into bed, all tucked up tight, and here's Mr. Mosquito.
Yeah.
He's slow. He's so slow. Here he comes, past the lamp, over the paperback, towards the bed. They get inside the bed.
Yes, but...
Listen to me. The prong goes in, and they suck our blood.
Yeah, but...
They're like little Draculas, aren't they? Like Christopher Lee, or is it Peter Gershwin?
So what point are you making exactly?
I suppose I just want to say 3 cheers for Mr. Mosquito. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
Thanks for your call. 3 cheers there for the biggest killer on the planet. Hello.
Hello, Gary. I have a question. It's slightly wildlife related. You know the meerkats on the telly?
Yes.
You know the advert for the meerkat?
Yes.
They say compare the meerkat, don't they?
That's right.
What are they actually advertising?
Well, it's compare the market.
I know about compare the market. That's a separate thing, right? Compare the market. People know about that. What I'm asking you is, what are they advertising compare the meerkats? Because that advert's been on for years now. They spend bundles on it, and I'm none the wiser about what it's for.
Well, I think what they do is, if you wanted to buy something, you go to compare the market, and then you can find other things you can buy for cheaper.
I'm not interested in comparing the market. I'm saying, what? We're going to compare the meerkat.
Well, meerkat
they spent a lot of money on that, and it just clicked me the other day. I thought, nobody knows what they actually advertise. It's meerkats.
Yes, but meerkat sounds like market. That's the clever thing they've done. Do you see how clever it is?
Yeah, but it's not the same. If you compare the market, it's a completely different thing. And what I'm saying to you is, what are they doing with the meerkats?
Did you think that this was a whole website about actually comparing meerkats?
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? Every time you see the advert, it's going to compare the meerkats.
But why would anyone want to compare meerkats?
Well, that's what I'm saying to you. It's a waste of money.
But it's very popular.
I love it. They're very cute. But I don't think they've realised they're actually not advertising anything.
Well, thanks very much for your call.
All right, thanks, Gary.
This is Radio 4 and I'm the award-winning Gary Bellamy. Next up, we've got Professor Lucian Hempsmith. Welcome to Down the Line. What are you calling about today?
Wasps.
Yep.
Wasps provide an enormously valuable service. They are the vulture of the insect world. They eat carrion.
Yes.
They remove a lot of dead insects, and also they lay their eggs in pests.
They lay their eggs in pests?
Most wasps are parasitic. And wasp larvae eats a huge number of pests which otherwise would destroy most of our crops.
Yeah.
Wasps are a fantastically valuable species, probably the most valuable species on the planet.
So are you saying...
If a wasp attacks you...
Yes.
You should take it as a blessing.
That's like when a bird does its business on your shoulder, they say, oh, that's good luck.
Yes.
Isn't that just a positive spin on a bad thing?
I think it's a philosophy we should apply to all parts of our life. If a car runs you over, treat it as a blessing.
It's a nice way of looking at life. Thanks very much for your call.
If somebody hits you with a cricket bat, see it as a blessing.
Yeah.
If your boyfriend shoots you on the toilet like a dog, treat it as a blessing.
Thanks very much for your call. We got more calls than we can handle tonight. Hello, who's there?
All right.
Welcome to Down the Line. What's your call about, sir?
My name's Morris. Do you remember me?
Yes, I remember all the calls.
And do you know what?
What?
Since then, things have gone from bad to worse, innit?
Yeah, in what way?
Well, in the country, man, everything has gone bad. The food is all full of horses. Even in the fish fingers, they're serving up seahorses, right? There's no work.
Oh, are you unemployed or are you working?
No, I'm unemployed, though, because thing is, right, where I've been getting jobs, they're closing down the place as soon as I get a job there. Like, I was working in Thornton's in Lewisham Centre, right, just serving up shockies to the backyard, right?
Yep.
They closed down the store. So then I got a job in Jessop's, right?
Yes.
Camera shop. That closed down. I didn't even bother going to HMV.
Do you think you're a kind of a curse?
No, mate. The curse is in the financial sector, which is spread across the world. The whole world is bust, isn't it? Japan has gone bust. China has gone bust. America has gone bust. It's boom and bust, and you know, it's just bust, double bust, 38 double D, mate. You can't even get a job you're ashamed of.
No.
You know what I mean? Like in the old days, people get a job at McDonald's. They hide up a uniform because if they got seen in there, people would laugh at them when they were in the club and thing. Now, right, you can't even get a job we don't want.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you is, right, Gary, you would not believe the different places I've been working. They were all closed down.
Yeah.
I got a job in Comet, closed down. I got a job in La Senza, the underwear store. I was working there, stock control, man.
But you loved that, working there.
Oh, mate, I was in the back, man, all kinds of underwear in there. And they get them big cardboard cutouts of the gal, right, in the underwear, and I was selling them to my friends. Mate, I was there for 10 days. They just closed it down.
Oh. Where else did you work?
Blockbuster.
Oh.
I went to get a job. It was all over.
Yeah.
But I got another cardboard cutout of Sylvester Stallone with a gun pointing. So now I've got the gal, and I've got Sylvester Stallone, and a big one of the guy from Monsters, Inc., the big one.
Where else did you work?
And one place that I was really proud to work was the Royal Bank of Scotland, innit? My mum was like, if you get a job in there, you can stay there for life.
Oh, okay. And did you get a cutout from there?
Yeah, it's like a mortgage advisor in a suit, and he's sort of pointing at a form. Yeah, it's not my favourite one, but the other night, I tell you, I haven't told no one this. I got drunk and I tried to steal one of them giant ceramic chefs from outside a pizza place. Have you seen them? They're like life-size, like a man with a moustache and a white hat. And I've tried to steal it. The thing weighed a ton. I was trying to drag it off, mate. There you come out. All the waiters had charging after me, so I just ran away.
Niceness.
Oh, Gary, wait. I've just seen on my Twitter feed that Jessop's has reopened. The geezer from Dragon's Den, the tall one, the giant. He's reopened it, so I'm going down there to try and get my job back. Bye.
Okay, bye. Right, you're listening to Down the Line. I'm Gary Bellamy. I'm great, and I'm talking to the great British public.
Do you know, like animals, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget, right? Them animals. It's Martin Owl there, by the way.
Hello, Martin.
Yeah.
Talking
right.
about animals.
Yeah. Don't forget, right? Them animals carry diseases. You see them, right? They're disgusting. Most of them live like in muddy holes in the ground. Don't they?
What animals are you talking about?
All of them, like
moles,
badgers, foxes, moles, squirrels. Disgusting. You wouldn't live in a muddy hole.
So you're saying we'd get rid of them, right? You're saying we won't miss them.
All ain't worth a light, are they? I blame Walt Disney. Badgers, cholera. Hedgehogs give you bird flu. Birds, they carry swine flu. And pigs, well, they're all right because you can eat them. In fact, if you can eat them, kill them and eat them. And if you can't eat them, just kill them.
Martin, I'd love to see a badger in my garden.
I'll Tell you what, if I saw a badger, I'd set my dog on it.
I don't think so. A badger will kill your dog. They're very fierce.
That means kill my dog, mate.
Now, what have you got then?
I've got a badger hound.
A what?
Badger hound.
Badger hound?
Half pit bull, half Rottweiler, half Ridgeback. He's a nutter, but he's really great with next door's kids.
See you later.
Ta-da.
OK, it's been a great show. We've got one last call, and it's from north of the border. I hope you're not going to nuke us.
Hello, Gary.
Hello.
I've been listening to you talking about British wildlife.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, so it's British wildlife we're discussing, is it, Gary? British wildlife. Yeah. Is it British wildlife? Well, I think you'll find, as with everything else, the very best wildlife is Scottish. The pine marten, the otter, the red squirrel, the osprey, the golden eagle. There are more seals per capita in Scotland, not to mention the salmon, the roe deer, the capercaillie, the stag, the king of the mountain.
Yes.
Scottish, Scottish,
Yep.
Scottish,
Yep.
Scottish,
Yep.
Scottish,
Yep.
Scottish,
Yeah.
Scottish,
Yeah.
Scottish, Scottish,
Yes.
Scottish, Scottish. Not British, British,
Yeah.
British, British,
Yeah.
British,
Yeah.
British, British.
OK, that's all we've got time.
Haven't finished. British, British, British,
Yes.
British, or a British.
That's all we've got time for. Good night.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Down the Line, Radio 4's flagship phone-in show. Actually, we're more of a battleship than a flagship, aren't we? Fighting your battles for you, or maybe even an aircraft carrier, with your calls like aeroplanes coming into land. Now, some of you have been tweeting asking why was Down the Line off the air for so long. Well, Michaela and I have had a baby at last. Yes, a beautiful little boy who keeps me awake all night with his incessant screaming. What's his name, I hear you ask? Well, we haven't actually settled on a name for him yet. Michaela wants to call him something aspirational like Hercules or Dappy, and I'm just too tired to think. So what do you reckon? Got any good baby names? And Michaela also wants to hothouse him. I'm not too sure about that. I think he should be allowed to just do his own thing, as long as it entails occasionally stopping screaming and going to sleep once in a while. So, phone us on 0808 157 0000 or Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL. Give us a call about anything. Urban foxes, the legacy of Maggie Thatcher, coalition government, or, I don't know, gay marriage. Actually, forget that. I don't think there's anything more to say on that topic. I mean, when it comes down to it, who actually really gives a stuff? So let's go to our first call.
Yeah, I'm calling in about your topic you're covering about gay marriage.
We're not actually covering that, but, fair enough. We'll take your call. So what's the point you want to make?
Well, first of all, I must stress that I'm not homophobic. I've absolutely nothing against gays per se, but this is about marriage. It says in the Bible that marriage is a marriage between a man and a woman.
Yes. Do you believe everything you read in the Bible?
No, I'm not particularly religious.
But you do go to church?
No.
But you're a Christian?
Not really, no. I suppose I describe myself as an agnostic.
So you don't believe in anything?
I have no strong religious beliefs, no.
Right, so I'm just trying to work this out. So why does it bother you what it says in the Bible?
Basically, because I don't like gays.
OK, thank you. Hello there, you're down the line.
Oh, hello. I was ringing up about the hothouse.
Yes.
Talking about hothousing. I live in a very hot house, and so do my children. I think there's something wrong with the heating, actually.
Right, thanks for your call. Hello, Dave from Crawley, hi.
Yeah, I just wanted to say about this issue of gay marriage.
Oh.
Now, I've got nothing against gay people. I've probably met one.
Me too. So what's your point, Dave?
Marriage has been around for centuries. It's a traditional union between a man and a woman. It seems to have worked pretty well so far, so why do they have to keep mucking about with it?
Do you know what? I think that says it all.
Bye.
OK, thanks for your call, David. But let me just reiterate, we're not really doing gay marriage as a topic today. So if you want to ring in about anything else, like, I don't know, urban foxes or baby names, we're still trying to find a name for our baby. So any baby name suggestions, that would be absolutely great. My next caller is Aubrey. Aubrey, that's quite aspirational. Quite like it. Aubrey, hi, how you doing?
Hi. I'm just phoning up about the whole hot housing idea for kids,
yes.
which I, in principle, I think is an excellent idea. And one of my children, he did the whole thing. He could recite Sanskrit at 5, play the piano, concert level at 6. We trained him for and Tai Chi master at 7 and all that.
Wow.
It was all going terribly well, and, hot housing proved to be a success. But in his teens, I somewhat sort of questioned it because he became very, very emotional.
You think he might be gay?
No, he's not. He's actually... He expressed himself very, very forcefully.
Do you think he's gay, though?
I don't think he's gay. I wish he were gay, because perhaps that might have stopped him attacking me with a baseball bat one evening.
So what, you're saying that gay people can't hit very hard with a baseball bat? Isn't that a little bit stereotypical, a little bit homophobic? Are there any reasons why you think that hot housing was a reason why he would have turned against you?
Well, he just came at me, swinging the bat and saying, "I wish you hadn't hothoused me, you bastard."
Right.
Yeah.
And so when he hit you with the bat, I mean, obviously, did you...
He didn't so much hit me, because I was able to evade the blows. He hit my wife quite a number of times.
Your wife?
Yeah, fortunately, he hit my wife, and he destroyed quite a lot of, everything in the room.
Yeah.
I suppose it must have been the hot housing that made him quite so strong.
This is the problem, you see, is you put children at that age, you force them to do things they don't want to do, and they're going to turn on you in the end. It's like, training a chimpanzee.
It can go wrong. That's all I'm saying.
It can go wrong. Well, listen, thanks. That's a good... Everyone out there who's hot housing their children, just watch out, because your wife might get battered with a cricket bat. Thanks for your call.
Okay, thank you.
Right, we've got another call on the line now who's talking about gay marriage. Well, it seems we are talking about gay marriage as a topic today, whether we like it or not. It's reformed criminal Tony Beckton. Hi, Tony.
Hello, Gary. How are you?
Okay, so... What's your opinion on gay marriage?
I think there's a lot of people getting irate about this gay marriage, and I, for one, having spent a lot of time inside, as you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Within the confines of a jail, when you're looking at a 17-year bid or 19 years or whatever, you're looking at a great big lump of bird.
Oh, what? They allow women into prison, do they? Big women?
Don't be stupid. I'm talking about two geezers banged up in a cell. A man has got needs. And a lot of guys, a lot of the chaps, they would take themselves a wife.
What, they have a wife? They call them a wife?
Yeah, they'd have a wife in the jail. He'd come in and do the...
Well, tell us, I mean, do men become gay in prison?
I think jail, it don't turn you gay, it don't turn you into John Inman.
I'm free! Although you're not free in prison, though, are you?
No, that's a good point. That's probably the wrong person to choose there. But what I mean is...
Chased me.
Yeah, that's one, him. I remember him.
That's another gay criminal catchphrase, isn't it?
I don't know what his name was, but
Duncan
I remember
Nouvelle.
Him. Again, he was on the TV of a night, so I never saw him.
Shut that door.
Thinking about it, a lot of these gay catchphrases, they're there simply to taunt the prisoner, aren't they? Chase me, shut that door, I'm free.
Any others? Ring in, give us a call on the usual number. So, Tony, you think the idea of a sort of marriage between two men in prison is okay?
I think it's fine. A man has got needs. And really, what are we talking about? Within jails, the only thing you're missing out on is a pair of tits, isn't it, really?
Yeah. But outside of prison...
Disgusting.
Thanks, Tony. Let's go straight to another call. Hello.
Gary, are you there?
Hello.
I'm no homophobic, right? But, you talk about my human rights. What if I wanted to marry a dog in church?
Well, bestiality's illegal, so...
Aye, well, so is homosexuality.
No, it's not.
Well, it should be.
Yes, well, thank you for your call. OK, so, I've got Mr. Khan on the phone. Hello, Mr. Khan.
Hi, Gary. How are you? Mr. Khan speaking. Timothy.
So, what are you ringing up to talk about today? Urban foxes? Baby names?
Okay, I don't understand. All this talk about same-sex marriage. Why is it such a problem? Everyone's talking about same-sex marriage. Me and my wife, Mrs. Khan, we've been having same-sex marriage for 24 years. Lights off, tang, lights on, cup of tea.
Yeah, I think what we're talking about here is, how do you feel about two women getting married? Or two men getting married? Do you understand?
Not really, Gary.
Okay, a man loves another man, okay? They get married. In the past, that's not been allowed.
Gary?
Yeah.
Have you been drinking?
No.
I think you need to stop drinking, okay? Listen to yourself. You don't even know what you're saying.
Yes, but would you, if you had a daughter... Actually, no, yeah, forget it. Thanks very much for your call.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Hello, who's there?
Oh, hello. Hi. Yes, I'm ringing up about hot housing children.
Yes.
And I'm ringing because my child is actually a genius.
Oh.
To the piano. She's called Ruby. Ruby, speak to the man.
Hello, you a genius?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you so special?
Because I like playing the piano.
You like playing the piano. Ruby, how old are you?
4.
4. And do you have lots of friends, or does your mum make you play on your own in a bedroom all the time?
I have loads of friends.
Oh, you have lots of friends. Oh, that's good. That's good.
They're all made up.
They're all made up?
Yeah.
Do you wish your mummy would let you play with toys rather than play piano all the time?
She's mean.
She's mean?
Yeah.
How many hours a day does she make you play the piano?
My fingers are sore.
Your fingers are sore.
He hits me.
That's terrible. Can you put your mum back on for me, please, Ruby?
This is me playing the piano.
Okay. Well, that is... Yeah. Can I speak to your mum again, please? Ruby, that was brilliant. What was that song called?
Demo 1.
Demo 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you just put me back onto your mum, please? Just 1 second.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, hi. So, pretty impressed.
Well, not really. She said the song was called Demo 1. I know what you've done.
What I've done is I've taught my daughter to play the piano absolutely brilliantly.
No. You've taught her to press the demo button on her keyboard, which plays the song for her. Matt, I think we need to get onto Childline. OK, moving on. Who's there?
Hello.
Hello.
I would like to add my views to your debate on child rearing, please, and hot housing.
Yes.
Hot housing, as they call it. I think, essentially, it is simply a modern term for educating children.
Right.
And there's anything wrong with it. What I've discovered, the my girls, take to it like a duck to water. They have no problem. They learn, they can sit, they can take things in, and they can apply themselves. Whereas my sons, I have 2 sons. Benson, who's 9, is about the same IQ as Todd Martin, who is 3.
Right.
They absolutely have no concept of learning. They literally want to just jump up and down and bang plastic superheroes into each other like 2 idiots.
But that's just being a child, isn't it? I mean,
I think it used to be. I think the world is changing, and I think a lot of these girls, they're very, very headstrong, and they are becoming more and more prevalent throughout the world and becoming higher achievers, and we see more and more men who are becoming house husbands and bringing up the rear, as it were.
Isn't that a good thing in many ways?
I should think not. How on earth can it be good if we have a world run by women? They're not looking out for you, mate. Where women were happy to clean the glass ceiling, they're now smashing through it, taking over the world, literally beating us hands down.
Do you feel threatened by this, then, as a man?
Well, don't you?
No.
Well, that's very heartwarming to hear, but I think you'll find that it's a load of old nonsense.
Well, why are you listening, then?
Well, I'm listening because I wanted to make... Sorry. Good point. You've done me. Well done. The point I'm trying to make is men have become tongue-tied, awkward clowns, and what life awaits these child men? You know, what is a man now? They're forced to rear children, to cook, to awake early and fold cardboard into flat shapes for the dustman, whereas women are out at work. I just don't see it. I don't see any...
So why should women be at home doing all those things?
Because I don't want to bloody do it.
Thanks very much for your call. So, what do you think? Are women taking over, or are there still some things that us blokes are better at? Give us a call, 0808 157 0000, or Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL. And we've got some tweets in here, some ideas for baby names. I've got one from Mohammed in Salford, who suggested Mohammed. And we've got someone calling themselves the Spam Owl, has said, why not go for the most popular boy's name in Britain, Mohammed? Matt, have we got any other suggestions? No? OK, let's take another call. Barbara from Hampshire. Hello, Barbara.
Hello, Gary.
Hi.
I'm not homophobic, but this is gay marriage. If you mix everything up, everything gets a terrible muddle. We need to sort things out. We need rules. We have plumbing. We have yellow lines.
Yes.
We have wheelie bins. We have order, and that's how we keep civilization civilized. Men marry women. Women marry men. It keeps everything tidy. I can't just do what I want. I can't set out in the morning and tip my car upside down. I can't empty my bath in the kitchen. Yeah. I can't go out and say, I think I'll marry a murderer.
Well, why not? There's no reason why you can't go out and marry a murderer. As far as I know, there's no law against it.
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely serious. If you wanted to marry someone who was a murderer, that's completely legal, as long as it was of the opposite sex.
I could marry a murderer?
You could marry a murderer.
Could I really?
Well, if they wanted to marry you,
a murderer?
Yes. Yeah.
Well. What sort of murderer you have in mind?
I don't know. I mean, obviously you want one that does sort of women-based crimes.
And it didn't think, maybe quite tall, sort of swashbuckling, sort of swarthy, dark-browed, sort of murderer. I don't think he might be called my gorgeous big murderer.
Tony?
Jeff.
Yes, you can marry a murderer, you just can't marry a gay person. Unless he's a gay murderer who's given up the gay bit and remained a murderer.
Currently a murderer. Well, that is food for thought.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your call.
Thank you.
OK, and now on the topic of whether women are taken over from men, hold on to your hats, we've got Christopher Nibbs on the phone. Hello, Nibbsy.
Yeah, Chris Nibbs. Now, I'm not being sexist, Gal.
No.
But let's face it, there is a difference between men and women, isn't there?
Of course there is.
And there are some things that men do better than women. There are some things that women do better than men. For instance, setting up the TV.
Well, men are better at that, aren't they?
You give a remote control to a woman, and it's a mystery to them. You might as well have handed them the controls to the Large Hadron Collider or something. They look at it, and it's like, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
How does it work? It makes Nibbs' blood boil, actually. I don't get cross about many things. But women watching TV in the wrong aspect ratio drives Nibbsy crackers.
This is nothing to do with men or women being better than the other, but it doesn't seem to bother them, does it?
Exactly. It's not a value judgment. But I come into the living room and she's watching a DVD.
In 4x3?
And everybody's squashed.
Yeah.
And I reach for the handset. She says, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Stay away from the handset, Nibbs. Mrs. Nibbs is watching this. Stop fiddling. I'm saying I'm not fiddling. How can you be watching that DVD with everybody all squashed like that? He said, it's perfectly good. I'm enjoying it. I said, you can't enjoy it. They're all squashed. If they're not watching it squashed, they're watching it stretched.
Yeah.
And everybody's 6 foot wide. I say, Mrs. Nibbs, that's Brad Pitt there. You like Brad Pitt, but he looks like Jabba the Hutt. The other thing that women really don't like is men listening to music. Again, I don't think women really like listening to music.
Don't you? Why not? Why do you...
Nibbs will be sitting there of an evening, bit of jazz playing. Mrs. Nibbs will walk into the room. She immediately goes over the stereo and just turns it down. It's like an automatic thing. She does it without thinking, as far as I can tell.
Do you find that women don't like the same kind of music as men?
They don't really like listening to music. They like dancing.
That's what women like dancing, men like music.
I remember when I was a teenager, I would sit in my room and I'd put an album on and I'd listen to the whole thing, both sides, carefully.
Yeah.
I don't think a woman has ever done that.
I don't think a woman actually reads the sleeve notes or
No, the sleeve notes are invisible to a woman.
Yeah.
If you can't dance to it, they're not interested.
No. The idea of reading and listening...
They're not interested in the engineer, the producer, all the really important stuff.
Do you think women are good drivers?
I think they are. I think they're better than men.
Thanks very much, Nibbsy. Refreshing take there on women drivers. And talking of women, we've got a woman on the phone now talking about gay marriage. It's Nancy from Northern Ireland. Hello, Nancy.
Hi, Gary. Obviously, we're all a bit gay.
Are we? I'm not a bit gay.
Gary, you are. It's just what percentage?
Oh, I see.
See what
okay.
I mean? So I would say I'm 42% gay.
So you're virtually half gay?
Yeah.
And are you one of those pretty bisexuals or one of those more mundane ones?
Well, nobody's ever kicked me out of bed for farting.
Okay, I'd say I was probably 98% not gay, 2% gay.
Interesting.
Because I do appreciate the male physique.
That's your 1%. What's your other?
The other percent, I can't go into that, actually.
Well, it sounds to me like it's bigger than 1%. I'd say it's more like 30%.
Maybe the thing I'm talking about possibly is an act of some kind that I do with my girlfriend, which... Listen, I've opened up far too much here.
Gary Bellamy, 76% gay.
Thanks for your call.
Goodbye, gay boy.
Well, that was a very interesting point, actually. Call in if any of you have been kicked out of bed for farting. This is the 98% not gay Gary Bellamy, and we've got another caller on the line. It's David. Hello, David.
Hello? What am I ringing about?
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Ask me some questions then, but not geography.
What do you know about hothousing children?
What? That sounds horrible. What is that?
It's when parents get children at a very young age,
right,
and they force them to basically learn things.
I think that's good, isn't it?
Well, yes, but some people would say that...
Wish they'd done it to me.
I wouldn't assume that you'd been hothoused.
No, mate, I've been in a greenhouse. It's really hot. Smashed the window in there. Not on the way in, on the way out. There's loads of cabbages in there. I think they're cabbages.
Cabbages don't really grow in greenhouses. They grow in the ground outside.
Right? Maybe it was another kind of babbage. A dabbage or a babbage, I don't know. Babbage. Could you get biscuits in Africa?
Thanks for your call.
Oh, hang on a minute.
OK. Barl, hello.
Oh, hello, Gary. How are you?
Good, thanks. You're down the line.
Regular fixture on the radio.
Yes. So what are you ringing about?
Children.
Children.
We are all children, Harry. Everyone is a child. Lord Mountbatten was a child. Lord Beaverbrook was a child. Lord Hailsham was a child. Lord Lindley, he was a Viscount, was a child. Lord Privy Chancellor was a child. Everyone was a child.
Yes.
All these great lords. Do you drive?
I do drive, yes.
What do you feel about driving in a busy metropolis such as London?
I don't find it as bad as people make out, actually. I get around quite easily.
Coming back to children,
yeah.
We are all children.
Do you mean that we don't grow up with...
No, I think we do grow up.
Yeah.
Do you not feel we grow up?
No, I mean, like, the child inside never grows up.
I see what you're saying. Everyone feels there is a person inside in terror.
We're not in terror, but, you know, we look at Peter Pan, for example. He's the boy who never grew up.
So many of us grow up with an adult version, 10 times the size or more, pushing to get out of that body, screaming. Yeah. And it's what I've always felt, that inside me is another Baal, an angry Baal, a powerful, powerful Baal who really wants to fight his way up, burst through my body, just every part of my body would explode, and this enormous Baal would come out and terrorise menfolk, womenfolk. He wouldn't harm children, and he would run around kicking litter bins asunder, kicking over park benches, pushing over cars. He might need help because they're heavy.
Yes.
Although they do make lighter cars. I mean, where we live, there's 3 electric cars we saw sitting in a row, and I honked, and the man gave me the V sign.
Thanks very much for your call. So we're talking about gay marriage, and I've got Martin Hole on the phone. Hello.
I ain't homophobic.
Really?
Right? No, I'm not.
No, right, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't believe me, do you?
No.
No. Well, because what I'm going to say now, right, I am against gay marriage.
Right, so you're against gay marriage, but you're not homophobic. Why are you against gay marriage?
Because I'm against marriage, full stop. I've been married 4 times, right? And every single one of them has ended in disaster.
Maybe you should look elsewhere then, Martin.
Yeah, I did look elsewhere, mate. That was the problem.
Thanks for your call.
All right.
Cheers, Martin.
See ya.
Thanks very much for your call. You're listening to Gary Bellamy on Down the Line. Give us a call on 0808 157 0000. Next up is Emily Schofield, who wants to remain anonymous. Hello, Emily. What are you calling about today?
I'm ringing in response to your stuff about gay men and whatever, murderers.
Yes.
I think I'm in quite a unique position because I've actually married a murderer.
Oh, good.
And I've married a gay man.
On separate occasions?
Separate occasions. One turned out to be gay, one turned out to be a murderer.
And what was
It's fair to say I'm not very lucky in love.
Out of the 2 revelations, which was the worst? I mean, what affected you most?
The gay man was cleaner.
Yeah.
But, you know, between the sheets, not so good, obviously, because I didn't really want to go there. And the murderer, he didn't have very good people skills, but he was very good between the sheets.
Which marriage lasted the longest?
The murderer, actually.
Did you know he was a murderer when you met him? No, you didn't.
Oh, no, of course not.
No. Had he done the murder?
Well, it turns out we'd done some before, some during, and some after. So our marriage ran the whole gamut of his murdering.
Is he in prison now?
Yes.
Yeah. And what about the gay man? What's he up to?
The gay man is up to gay things, and I think he did gay things before the marriage, during the marriage, and obviously after the marriage.
So he ran the full gamut as well, then?
I think he was out running the gamut every night, Gary. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yes. So you've had 2 disastrous marriages, then?
3, actually.
3? What's the third one?
I married a Christian, didn't I, Gary?
What was that like?
He ran the gamut of Christianity from Adam to Zebedee. He was doing Christian things before the marriage, he was doing Christian things during the marriage, and he was doing Christian things after the marriage.
Ah. Thanks for your call. Whoa, what a harrowing experience being married to a Christian. So we're talking about hothousing children. I've got Khalid on the line, whose granddaughter watches in the night garden. What point have you got to make, Khalid?
What is Point Pontipines?
What is Point Pontipines?
What is
point Ickle Pickle? What is point Upsy Daisy? What is point Tumbleboos? What is point Maka Maka? What is point Hahoos? What is point Pontipines?
What is point Ninky Nonk?
What is point Pinky Ponk Ninky Nonk Pontipines?
Well, I think it's for small children. They like familiarity. They see themselves in the characters. Iggle Piggle's a naughty boy. Upsy Daisy's the little girl, the little princess. The Pontipines are lots of little tiny members of a family who live in a tree. Tomliboos, well, their trousers fall down quite a lot.
What does point trousers fall down?
Well, I think it's for comedy purpose, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank you for clearing up because it was mystifying.
Isn't that a pip?
Hi, Gary. My name's Lance, first-time caller.
Hi, Lance. What are you ringing to talk about today?
Well, I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yeah. I was sitting here listening to all these people battering you with all their ideas, and I suddenly thought to myself, how does Gary feel?
Me? Well, I feel good. My role here is to take lots of people's opinions and weigh them up and give everyone a balanced view.
Gary, you're avoiding the question. How do you feel inside?
Tired.
Life's tiring.
There's a lot going on at the moment for me.
Is there? What's going on for you?
Well, we've just had a baby and I'm trying to do the show, and obviously in the back of my mind I'm thinking, is he okay? Is he sleeping? Is he eating? Is he screaming incessantly?
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's emotionally so draining to have a child.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, through this programme I'm taking on the problems of the whole world, and for little old GB, that's a big ask.
I'm really glad I've had the chance to talk to you, Gary, because I can note there's a level of tension in your voice sometimes. No one's asking you how you feel.
No.
No one's there for you.
No.
You need to be held.
I am tired, and so when you are tired, the emotions run...
Gary, let me be your aspirin. Let me be your Nurofen Plus.
I'm not in pain, I'm just...
You're tired?
I'm tired.
Well, let me be your pillow. Let me wrap you up like a duvet.
What can I do?
Well, if you want to take my details, after the show we can talk. Just talk.
Yeah, I'd really like that, actually.
Don't let them make you a puppet, Gary.
No. Thank you, I really appreciate that.
No problem.
Well, it's nice to have somebody on my side for a change. I'm feeling a lot more mellow.
Ciao.
And talking of babies, here's another suggestion for an aspirational name. Iggle Piggle. Right, I'm not going to let it get to me. Mellow. Right, back to the phone lines. Who's there? Hello.
My name is Edward Burton.
Hello, Edward. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Good. What are you calling about?
I was hothoused as a child.
Right.
By my mother and my father, they both hothoused me.
Now, what exactly did that entail?
We did Kumon maths.
What's Kumon maths?
It's a specially intensive mathematics thing that you do.
Right.
And I played the lute, the harpsichord, the big piano, and the tiny piano.
From what age did this start?
They played Mozart to me whilst I was in the womb.
Yes.
And after I was born, they did flashcards.
Yes.
So I suppose it was from even before I was born.
How old are you now?
I'm nearly 7.
Okay, well, thank you.
By the way...
Yes.
I am in your living room.
Right. You know what it's like when you're really tired? You begin to question your own sanity. Did that call really just happen? I'll check on listen again. Have we got another call? Matt?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. You're down the line.
Thanks. Now, I'm not homophobic.
You probably are.
Yes, I probably am. Goodbye.
Right, I think I could just about stay awake to the end of the show. Time for a couple more calls. Hello, who's there?
Good day, sir. Right, I have 3 children, IQs well into the late hundreds. Their mother's figure has been completely unaffected by the birthing process. They are schooled at home by some of the finest minds in the world. In Greek, Latin, Mandarin, not French, trigonometry, geography, British military history. In the summer, I let them roam free in one of my forests where they eat wild berries and catch fish. They are all master bakers and master carpenters, skilled in archery, jiu-jitsu and karate. They are honorary members of Mossad and the CIA and know all the Enid Blyton and Tintin books off by heart. I say to you, sir, beat that.
Right, OK, we've got one last call. Hello, who's there?
That's Lucy.
Hello, Lucy.
I'm just ringing in about the topic you're discussing on the show today.
Yeah.
I have been kicked out of bed for farting. Twice.
Right. Thanks for your call. Good night. Hello, I'm Gary Bellamy, and this is Down the Line, where you, the Radio 4 listeners, get the chance to call me, Gary Bellamy, about anything you ruddy well like. Now, there's a lot going on in the world that I must confess I don't really understand, like Europe. Mach schnell! Does anyone understand what's going on there? Dos cervezas, por favore. Pizza, pizza. Efharisto. Yachida. Où est la poubelle? Avec douche. Gesundheit. And fracking's in the news again. I mean, what the hell's that all about? God knows, but it sounds painful. It sounds a bit rude too. But this is Radio 4, proper grown-up station, so no silly jokes on here. So give me a fracking call on 0808 157 all the zeros. Well, not all the zeros, because they'll go on forever, just 4 zeros. Or Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL. OK, so we've got the perfect start to the show, because I've got an expert on Europe on the line. Hello.
Hi, Professor Tom Wiley here, and I'm a urologist.
Wait. I thought a urologist was someone who studied infections of the urinary tract and bladder. OK, you're listening to Down the Line, and we're talking about what's going on in Europe and what's happening to the UK today. I've got Dave from Crawley down the line. Hello.
Hi, I'm just ringing up about the fact that Scotland's about to hold a referendum on going independent.
Yes.
I mean, it works perfectly well at the moment. Why do they have to keep mucking about with it?
Yeah, well, that's an interesting point. It's quite a short point. I don't suppose you've got any views on fracking, have you?
Is that when people have sex in car parks?
No, that's dogging.
Oh, sorry, I made a mistake then.
Oh, no, it's an easy mistake to make. As I understand it, fracking is to do with collecting oil and gas and creating energy from areas where it wasn't previously feasible.
If we could generate electricity by going and having sex in car parks, I think we'd all be all for it, wouldn't we?
Yeah, let's not get into that right now. Thanks very much for your call.
Bye.
OK, we're taking calls on Europe. Who have we got down the line now?
Hi, I'm Professor Tom Wiley, and I'm a Europologist.
Ah, Europologist.
Yeah.
Wasn't it you that just called in just now?
Pardon me?
Didn't you just call in just now?
I can't recall ever having been in touch with you before.
So you're a Europologist?
That's what it says here, sir.
So you're the man to tell me exactly what the flipping heck is going on in Europe.
We can look at this in many ways, but I choose to use the human body as a model for the state of Europe. For example, take the bladder and the flow of money. We can draw a parallel with the flow of urine.
Right.
And taking this analogy somewhat further, quantitative easing can be seen as...
Right, yeah, I'd rather not think about what quantitative easing might be in your analogy.
But...
OK, I've got Edward Wood on the phone. Hello, Edward Wood.
Hello there, my name is Edward Woodwood.
Edward Woodwood, that's an unusual name.
Well, my father was Wood, and he married a Woodward. And they chose to keep both names and not to lose one, and that's how I became Edward Woodwood.
Right, well, wouldn't that mean you were Edward Woodwood?
Yes, Edward Woodwood.
So what are you calling about Edward Woodwood?
Fracking. You mentioned fracking earlier, and I wanted to call in about fracking. I work for the support group.
Yeah.
Fracking, no thanks. You were saying you didn't really understand what fracking was, and could someone explain it? Fracking is actually short for hydraulic fracturing.
Oh.
The idea is that there is gas and oil and other deposits trapped in shale rock, which is not a substrata rock, it's a surface rock largely, and it's only through fracking that you can recover the deposits. It's not been economically viable to mine these areas. And what you do in fracking is you inject under pressure liquids into the rock, which fracture it, hence fracking.
Yeah. When you're so this fracking, does it causes a lot of gas, does it?
The controversy obviously is that it's bringing mining into areas that wouldn't normally have mining.
Yeah.
Also, fracking is extremely water intensive. You pump this liquid in, and there are lots of carcinogens in the liquid, which can, of course, soak down into the water table. So you're polluting areas of outstanding natural beauty, which are being destroyed by fracking.
Listen, thanks very much for your call. Thanks for clearing that up.
Well, it's very good to have a serious, sensible discussion about this.
Yes, it is, yes. Thank you. So this is me, Gary Bellamy, literally pumping the liquid of chat into your living rooms. So give us a call on 0808 157 0000. Oh, and someone has given us a call. Hello, who's there?
Hello, Gary.
How you doing? It's a Pearly King. Hi.
Oh, I am the old China plate.
Not half bad, Pearly.
Just ringing up your show, mate. I'll talk to you about Europe.
Europe, yes.
Well, there's a recession on it, gal, but I've got to say this. I will never fail to be moved
by the generosity of the good old British public.
Do you think in foreign countries they say, we do a lot for charity, but not like the British? I mean, do they have a Red Nose Day in Germany? Is there an Italian Pudsey Bear? I doubt it.
No one pulls it up like the British public. We support charity to the max. And I know people who ain't got nothing, but they still put it up.
Yeah. I mean, you walk down the average high street in Britain, and every other shop is like a charity shop. You don't see that in France, where, it's all fancy fashion shops or jewellery shops, or in Germany, where it's all car showrooms.
When I was a kid, Gal, there was only 2 charities going.
Yes.
Bernardo's for the little kiddies,
yeah,
and the National Lifeboats. You remember Bernardo's? You go in the boozer, have a few pints, there'd be a little box
yes,
with a little kiddie in there on a seesaw, and he had a legging plaster and an eye patch, and you put an old penny in, and you go up in the air. Hey!
Yeah.
And one day, I've looked in the bottom, and there's a little rubber plug. I've pulled that out, and I've got the penny back out. So I could do it all day, penny in, penny out, and that to me was like Disneyland.
But now I bet you're putting loads of money into the charity boxes, Pearly.
Hey! I make money for charity. That's what I do. As a Pearly King, we've got a local hospital where they're closing down the toe ward, specialises in toe work on people's toes and that.
Oh, God, that's terrible, isn't it?
And we had a little night the other night, and we've raised over £236.
How many toes would that buy?
Oh, I don't know, Gary. I never thought of it like that.
Wasn't Marilyn Monroe born with too many toes?
She was born with 2 fracking bits, I know that.
You're listening to Down the Line with me, Gary Bellamy, and next up we've got Early D on the line.
Hey, respect, singular. How's it going?
Wicked.
Yeah, niceness. Yeah. Listen, between you and me, what account works out, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like how Greece need to get monies.
How Greece needs to get monies.
Greece is coming and begging for monies, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. They've got the economic collapse.
You know what I'm going to say now, innit?
I don't actually. Put me out of my misery.
All them kebab shops them have all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Where's the money going?
It's going back into our economy because their shops are in Great Britain.
Look, blood, you got your father, your mother, your sister, or whatever, because, Greek people's there's very family in it.
Are you saying they send their money back to Greece?
Greek man will always look out for the next Greek man, innit?
Yeah.
I think they're pulling a little thing there,
Do you think the combination of Vangelis and George Michael's wealth could pull Greece out of their problem?
There you go, blood, innit?
Huh?
And also, what about the money from the musical as well, innit?
What musical?
Greece is what they call it, innit?
That's a different kind of Greece, obviously.
What do you mean?
Mamma Mia is set in Greece.
Well, you know that, blood.
If we could take all the earnings of George Michael, Vangelis, Mamma Mia, Greece...
Yeah, I mean...
Demis Roussos...
Nana Missouri and Felicia and the other one, the big man with the hat. What him name? Archbishop's Macarius, isn't it?
We could basically save Europe.
You know that, blood.
Or we could certainly bail out Greece.
That's what I'm saying to you. You're not a dance boy, innit? So don't fall for them kind of tricks.
Thanks for your call, Early.
Niceness.
OK, I've got Caris on the line. Hello, Caris.
Hiya.
Hi, what are you calling about today?
I'm calling about Europe.
Oh, good.
I'm really interested in Europe, and I know a lot about it.
OK.
I've been doing research. Me and my friends Portia and Lulu are going interrailing.
Interrailing, right.
Yeah, we're going to Portugal, Italy, Austria, Hungary, Germany, Denmark.
Sweden?
Which one's that one?
That's next to Norway. Norway?
No, I don't know that one.
No.
Spain, Switzerland, Turkey, some of the other ones. You know, the one where the vampires come from.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, me and my friends are crazy.
Yeah.
We've all had tattoos done.
So what do you actually think about Europe in general? I mean, you're not ringing about... You're just, basically going on a backpacking trip, yeah?
Yeah. Morocco.
That's not in Europe.
Really?
Not really, no.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's Africa.
No, I've researched this. I'm pretty sure it's Europe.
Take it from me, it's Africa.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Europe.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Africa.
We looked into this. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure that's Europe.
No, you looked into it wrong, darling. It's Africa. Believe me.
I think you're just getting it wrong.
No. I think you're getting it wrong. It's definitely in Africa. See, Matt just confirmed to me that Morocco is in Africa. He's just checked.
Yeah, but you guys are old. You don't really know what interrailing is.
Have a nice holiday and send me a postcard.
Oh, I will.
Thank you very much for your call.
Bye.
Well, a fascinating talk there about Europe. In fact, it's a fascinating show all round, and I'm absolutely full up with knowledge as a result of all the calls we've had about Europe and fracking. But there's always room for a bit more, so why not give us a call on the number of the zeros, 0800 157 0000, or Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL. And my next caller is a regular caller. It's Humphrey Milner. Hello, Humphrey.
Hello.
What are you calling about today, Humphrey?
Europe.
Oh.
The thing about Europe is it's extremely complicated, this idea. Should we be part of the European Union or should we not? And my feeling is that human beings, we can't really understand what goes on around us in our everyday lives. We don't understand electricity or how that works or how you can turn a tap on upstairs and water will come out of it and how the weather works and how on earth are we supposed to understand an extraordinarily complicated concept like Europe.
Well, maybe we shouldn't try to understand it. Maybe it's one of those mysteries.
But to see the
should be left alone.
But to see the thing
like women.
You see the thing is...
The thing about a referendum, I think, you might agree with me, you can't...
I don't know until you've said it.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Well, say it now.
There are lots of people out there who
Sorry,
aren't...
I was talking. Say that again.
There are a lot of people out there who aren't educated enough to really realise... when they tick that box, yes, I want to be in Europe, no, I don't. A majority of people don't understand what they're ticking the box for. That's what your point is, isn't it?
I don't think it's about whether they're stupid or not, because I would put myself in...
No, but they are stupid. Most people are stupid.
I think you would need to study for several years, really, to understand the European Economic Union and the pros and cons of it.
Well, I'd like someone to ring up now who knows about Europe to tell me, like I was a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old, what this whole thing is all about.
Knowledge takes a lifetime to acquire, not 5 minutes.
So what do you think on Europe then, Humphrey?
Well, I'm no more informed than the next person, and I just have a gut reaction, like most people do, and my feeling is that if every major European country is part of the European Union, we'd be bloody fools not to be part of it with them, wouldn't we?
Is every country in Europe part of...
Switzerland is the one exception, and of course everybody says, well, Switzerland, they're doing all right, but it's because they're sitting on a huge pot of Nazi gold.
If only we had some Nazi gold.
That would keep UKIP happy, wouldn't it? If only we had some Nazi gold, we wouldn't need to be part of Europe.
Humphrey, thanks very much for your call.
It's been something of a small pleasure.
OK, let's take another call now.
Hi, Gary.
Hello, who's there?
Esther.
Hello, Esther. Welcome to Down the Line. What are you calling about?
I just want to talk about fracking.
Oh, no, not a woman talking about it.
There's a lot of talk about fracking, like it's no big deal, like it's, everyone can do it, it's okay, and fracking is a big deal. I don't think fracking should be taken lightly, because the reality is the kind of fracking we're talking about, involves penetrating very deep and forcefully. It's going to involve an intense build-up of pressure. When, it's hardly surprising when you consider the gallons and gallons of fluid that kind of fracking involves. And not only that, but this very deep, very forceful fracking, it's going to cause gases to escape. I don't think people should take fracking lightly.
No. We take it very seriously here on Radio 4.
Well, what do you think about fracking, Gary?
I can't get fracking out of my mind,
Yeah, I'm really worried about it.
I think about my children, growing up with this fracking going on. Thanks for your call.
Bye.
Bye. Let's take another call. Who we got next?
Hello, Gary. Peter Schaefer here.
Hello, Peter.
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm a bit worried about Europe, though.
Oh, what are you worried about?
Well, the way it's expanding now, and we've got all these, people coming over and taking away jobs and that, and what I'm really worried about is all the celiacs coming over here and taking his jobs,
Celiacs?
Aye, the celiacs, man. You hear about them everywhere, don't you?
Do you?
Aye, celiacs here, celiacs there,
celiacs every fracking where.
Right.
They've even got their own restaurants, man.
Have they?
Aye. I can't eat the muck.
Yeah. Thanks for your call.
Thanks very much, Gary.
This is Down the Line with me, Sir Gary Bellamy. Well, maybe one day. Let's take another call.
Hello there, Gary.
Hello there, how are you?
I'm tippity-top, top of the morning.
Good. And what are you calling about
calling
today?
about Europe.
Yes.
Europe, yes, that one. I see Europe as being like one big family.
Oh.
I look at Germany
Yes.
as being like the oldest brother.
Okay.
They carry the burden for the rest of the family, don't they? They're very hard-working, pretty successful, but a bit of a plodder.
Mm.
And then you've got France. They're like the second child. They're a bit sort of unruly and quite don't know where they stand. They think, I'm going to be a socialist now. I'm going to really annoy my parents and everyone else, go a bit mad and wayward. They've probably got a girlfriend with an eating disorder.
What about Italy?
Well, you see, I see them... I see the Italians, they're like the little brother, the youngest one in the family. They've never quite grown up. They're a bit all over the place. They've never managed to hold down a proper job, but you sort of let them get away with it because you quite like them.
So who's the mum and the dad?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. Well, who's looking after us? I suppose it's America and China, isn't it? There's a marriage made in hell. I think they're only staying together for the kids.
So what about those Eastern European countries? Are they like cousins?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They are, aren't they? They're like sort of distant cousins. You don't know them that well. They're a bit different to the rest of you, and they're things like electricians and plumbers, aren't they?
But they're quite nice.
And the Scandinavians,
Yeah.
I see them a bit like sort of spinster aunts.
Yeah.
They're interesting. They live in somewhere sparsely populated. They're a bit odd, quite severe, but, you know, they're intriguing.
Now, where would you see Britain in this family?
I think our problem is we're in danger of being the black sheep of the family, aren't we? We're in danger of being the one that, I don't want anything to do with the rest of the family. The sort of one that goes off to live in Australia.
Yeah,
I could do better over there. That's a land of opportunity. They're a bit of a place for me. They go over there and they sort of do all right for a bit, and then it all goes wrong and they come crawling back.
Here's the important thing, though. Does this family of Europe get on? Is it a close family?
It's
At Christmas?
like any family.
Yeah.
It's like any family. If you're arguing, but in the end, you're family, and you sort of stick together.
What about Greece, then?
Greece is like the family pet, isn't it? Well, you picked it up from Battersea Dog Service. It's a troubled dog, but you felt a bit sorry for it. And you get it in the house, it just craps all over the carpet and keeps biting everyone. And really, what you wish is just take it up the A41 and leave it by the side of the road.
What about Malta?
I think we've exhausted this analogy, Gary.
Yeah, but it's...
Well, anyway, it's been great. Been great speaking to you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for your call.
Anytime.
Well, I think I've got some stuff straightened out there about Europe, but let's carry on with another call. Who's there? Hello.
David.
Hello, David. What are you calling about today?
You ask me questions.
Hi. Do you believe that we should be part of the European Union?
I would love to answer that question, but I don't know what it means.
It means, do you think we should be in Europe or out of Europe?
I don't know what that means, but I think we're an island.
No, we are an island.
Right.
But what we're saying is, do you think we should be part of the European Union? Should we join the Euro, for example?
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Do you think we should have a referendum?
I don't know what that means.
Right.
I don't know what referendum means.
No. Okay, so it's when, like, everybody votes.
Right.
Everyone's entitled to vote in a referendum, even you, okay? There's a piece of paper for your door says, should we be part of the European Union, yes or no? What would you tick?
I don't know what that means. I understood up to then, and then you lost me again.
So what would you tick, though? Because your vote counts. Even if you had to guess, what would you pick?
My vote pick counts.
There are pros and cons, you see.
Right.
There isn't really an answer, let's be honest.
But the thing is, in this country, we've got so many biscuits, haven't we?
Yes.
As long as we keep them. Because you can't get them. You can't get biscuits in France, I don't think.
Can't you?
Can you get biscuits in Africa?
Well, you can definitely get them in South Africa. And I went to Egypt once and they had some in the hotel. Thanks for your call.
Oh, hang on a minute.
OK, we're talking about fracking, we're talking about Europe, and we're talking about biscuits. And as the show goes on, I feel I know less and less about all this stuff. We've got a regular caller next. We've got Khalid. Hello, Khalid.
Hello. What is point Europe? What is point Europe? What is point? What is point anything? What is point? What is point?
Look,
what is point?
Khalid, I don't think it's me.
Point?
Khalid, I don't think it's me you should be calling. I think it's the Samaritans.
What is point Samaritans? What is point?
Well, the Samaritans are there to help people like you who are clearly depressed and contemplating suicide.
What is point?
And if you stay on the line, Matt will give you their number.
Answer me, what is point?
point?
I don't know what the point is.
Thank you.
Right, you know, sometimes, Carly, talking to you lot out there, I feel the same way as you do. Right, so let's... don't forget, if you can't get through on the lines, we're very busy. You can always Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL and let us know what you're thinking. And let's go back to the phones right now. Hello, who's there?
Hello.
Hello, you're down the line. What's your point, my friend?
My name is Hello Flower. I think one of the main reasons why Europe is so special as a name was because people really seem to knock it. They're really knocking it so much. But we have spent many times going to Europe on holiday, and we really enjoy it. Do you see what I mean? Really enjoy it. And I think the Europeans really get a bad press. And why do you think it's such a bad press?
Sorry, yeah, and can I ask you, what's your name, by the way?
Selmard.
Yeah, sorry, where are you from?
I moved around a bit across Italy. Passing the time, I lived in Leeds.
Yeah.
But I don't think one of the main reasons that people knock it is jealousy.
Jealousy.
Wow, they're not so jealous.
So, are you pro-European then?
I'm very pro-European. You know, I spent a lot of time in Germany and really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. But at the same time, every time I go there, I hear people saying terrible things about the British, and it's our fault.
Yeah.
I think you have to remember that there's so much European blood in the English people.
Yeah.
You know, the Danes, although the Anglo-Saxons, French, we are a whole amalgamation of a rainbow nation of Europeans,
Yeah.
you know, within the British blood.
Yes, British blood. Thanks very much for your call. OK, and they just keep on coming. The phones are literally red hot this evening. Oh, hello. Who's there? They're not really hot.
Yes, hello.
It's Graham Downs.
Coffees, hello. Hello. Do you remember, Gary, like a couple of weeks ago now, I said to you, I'm on a diet, look out, you rock and rollers, twice the man, half the size, and here comes Graham.
Yeah.
Let's go and have a drink. And you said, that'll be great. Well, I'm here. I'm outside. I lost 10 stone, and I'm bound to be fighting weight. Jab, 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 get behind the jab. And I'm here, I'm outside, ready to go out down the pub for a cheeky pint and a cheeky pull. I'll see you when you finish the show, yeah?
I'm sorry, there's no one here to take your call right now. Please leave your name and number after the beep.
I thought I got through to you there, Gary. That must be...
No, it's the answer phone.
Oh, right, it's the answer. Okay, well, I just wanted to say that, you know, you've been an inspiration to me, Gary, and I've lost all that weight, and I've come down as we arranged, but to go for a drink, but you don't seem to be there. Oh, if I could get some sugar puffs anywhere there.
Matt, has he gone? Right, well, he can't hear us if he's outside, can he? OK, let's go to the phones. This is good. We've got an actual European on the line. I know Britain's in Europe, but, we're not really, are we? This is an actual European. Hi, what's your name?
Marenka calling.
Hello, Mank.
Hi, I like to tell you something about my life.
Mm.
I've lived in this country since 4 years. I'm from Poland. And I like this country very much. I'm happy here. I like cash in hand, a lot of cash in hand. I live in a big flat.
Yeah.
And I like to take the job that everybody really, really wants. And I send the money. I have a lot of money. I send it to my mother and my father. And they will come to live also with me in my big flat. Just wait 1 minute. Wait. Ask Daddy, darling. Because I'm on the phone.
Who are you
I'm lazy and I like to scrounge benefit and use national health, even though I'm not entitled. Yes,
hang on,
it's easy here. Sorry, Gary, I have builders upstairs.
It's going to be long with the phone, love, only I'm expecting a call from Lawrence about the conservatory.
I know what you're doing here.
I like to come here and make
You're ringing up my programme, pretending to be a Polish immigrant, OK?
All the benefits go to
You're basically
the
saying all
national
Polish people are benefit scroungers. All the stereotypes you can throw into one basket. Are you from the Daily Mail? Or that fake Twitter account run by the tourists? Listen, right? This is a serious phone-in show. We don't need a load of spoof callers. It's not clever or funny. Oh, she's gone. Coward. Right. We've got Martin Hole on the phone. Hello, Martin.
All right, Gary, how you doing?
I'm OK. What are you calling about today?
I tell you, I'm calling about Europe, aren't I?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, mate, your audience, people who ring in, most of them are like liberal lefties, aren't they? Right? They're all middle class and they're all pro-Europe, right? And I'll tell you what they are, ponces, right?
No.
All you want, really, is someone to do your cleaning, make you a bleeding cappuccino, and do your building work all on the cheap. Because you're scared to have someone like me in your house.
Can I say, the thing about the Polish and the guys who come in and do the work in my house...
they're taking our jobs, aren't they?
No,
you don't care about us. You give it all that, pretend to be, like, pro-working class, but you ain't pro-British working class, are you?
They don't drink as much tea, OK, and they don't spend as much time on the toilet or chatting. They don't go swearing and using foul language all day. They don't have the radio blaring out Capital Gold.
They do it in Polish, don't they? They swear in Polish. You wouldn't even know, because you wouldn't know what that means. It means...
They come in, they get on with their work, they're there early, they're there late. Listen, I've had people like you in my house, and they haven't started work till 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Do me a favour, mate. You people don't know what graft is, right?
If this was the 70s, yeah, go on.
If this was the 70s, right?
Yeah.
We'd be doing all the work and trying to bang your wife.
Thanks for your call.
All right.
Cheers, Martin.
See ya.
I think we've got time for one last call. Is that right, Matt? Yes? Yes, we've got Spud on the phone. Hello, Spud.
Hi.
I understand you've got a call about fracking.
I've got a song about fracking. Would you like to hear it?
I'd love to hear
I've just got to put my accordion on. Hold on.
Oh. Interesting. We've never had an accordion on the show before. It's the first. Why are you called Spud, by the way? Spud. Spud? Spud. Spud? Spud. Spud. Spud?
You think I'd know this by now?
Spud. Spud? Spud? Spud?
I can't find it.
Spud? You there, Spud? 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 Oh. OK, Spud, take it away. Spud? All right. Have you started? Is this part of it? Or...
Oh, I found it.
Yeah, all right, good.
So, here we go.
It's catchy.
Fracking is the way to go today. That's what they're saying down my way. How the heck is like? It's no exaggeration. The economy of the nation would boom with the gas down Morecambe Bay.
I like this.
It's clean, it's safe, efficient, it's top class. So blow it off, don't let the moment pass.
OK, I think we'll play out the show with...
well, we heck is like...
Spud's great song there about fracking.
This fracking is hydraulic. We don't want to sit on all this gas.
Well, that's the end of the show, and I don't think I'm any the wiser as to what's going on in Europe or anywhere. But thanks for calling. Good night.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, this is the gold medal winning Gary Bellamy here asking, what did the Olympics do for Britain? Yes, welcome to a special one-off sporty edition of Down the Line, where we'll be looking back at a summer of sport and looking forward to the legacy of the Games. So call me on 0808 157 0000. It's a little bit like the Olympic rings, isn't it? Only there's 5, or was there 6? Maybe you can ring in and tell me, was there 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 6, yeah. Or Twitter me 5. Or Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL. So, what are your sporty memories? Was it the ping pong? Was it the fencing? Or the modern pentathlon? And has it inspired you to take up a sport? Or do you just sit there in front of the telly eating corn chips and fiddling with your mobile phone? Oh, I know which one I am. So, before we start, we are very privileged to have Lord Declan on the phone, and Lord Declan was involved in the Olympics, isn't that right? Hello, Lord Declan.
I'm in charge of steering the cross-party committee that has been set up to continue the Olympics legacy.
So, Lord, we're all buoyed up by it. What's next?
The whole country was galvanised by the Olympics.
Yes, my lord.
And we've shown the world that we're an up-and-at-it type of a nation
Absolutely.
now. It's not just the tired old remnants of empire. We're in the top 3. We're third in the world in sporting, and this is a tremendously exciting time for the country, and it's up to me to make sure that we build on the success of those Olympics.
Yes.
Remember what it was like when it started?
Oh.
It was almost like everybody was willing it to go wrong. All anybody wanted was another great British disaster.
And how wrong they were. What an amazing achievement.
You know, it was kicked off by that absolutely marvellous opening ceremony. There was
Yes.
Kenneth Branagh there in his stovepipe hat.
Yes.
And the whole nation just jumped out of their chairs and said, you know what, let's not be Eeyorish about this. Let's have a bit of get up and go, and we did it.
You know, I missed that bit with Kenneth Branagh. Everyone said it was great. I just came into that bit when they were rolling up the carpets. I didn't quite understand what was going on. I was a bit mystified.
Oh, well, gosh, you missed an exciting thing, but there was so much more excitement after that, wasn't there? I expect you were glued to your seat like me.
I was glued to my seat for the entire week.
2 weeks?
For the entire 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks? Was it that long?
Yes, I mean, weren't there some marvellous moments? Remember little Mo Farah?
Yes, I think I missed that bit, though. Yes, I missed him.
What about old Bradley Wiggins and those marvellous mutton chops?
I saw him in the Tour de France. I didn't know he did anything in the Olympics, did he?
Yes, he was part of Team GB.
Team GB?
He got gold medal.
Did he?
Yes, and it's up to me to continue that great fighting spirit we've shown to the world now. We can show them that we're top in sport. We're in the top 6 nations in rugby.
Well, there are only 6.
As I take your point, we're top 5 in cricket.
Well, there's even less.
Yes, I take your
those.
point.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question,
Yes?
Lord, my lord? My lord? What do you like to be called? My lad, my lord? What is it?
Oh, we don't need to be too formal.
So, Lordy, what gets me, and I find fascinating, is, although we didn't win the most gold medals, we're a very small country, and China and America are much bigger than we are. So even though we won less gold medals, because of the population, we won more than everyone. So can we be considered the best?
No, I think if you did it proportionally, Samoa would have come out on top.
How many did they win?
They got 1 bronze. But there's only 23 people live there.
Yeah.
My main point is that since the Olympics, the whole country has been infused. And now there are young lads in the East End of London and the inner city parts of Birmingham and stout Geordie chaps, and they want to be out rowing and sailing and doing equestrianism and all that. And it's up to me to enable them to do that and really bring dressage into the inner city ghettos.
Yes. It's a very expensive sport, isn't it? You know, how do you get horses into schools, for example?
In the lasagna.
Ha! Well, thanks for that, my lord. OK, so if you want to join the debate, give me a call on 0808 157 0000. Next up, we've got Leo down the line. The Olympics were great, weren't they, Leo?
Oh, the Olympics, it's a waste of money.
So you didn't enjoy them?
It's a bloody payday for Coe and all his cronies.
Did you?
I didn't see he have any problem getting any tickets.
Well, no, of course, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have got the Olympics. So what do you think the legacy will be? What do you think will happen to the Olympic Park?
They'll put lots of immigrants in there and they'll live high on the hog.
Well, I think the West Ham supporters will have something to say about that. Next up, we've got a call from a lady from up north. Hi there.
Hiya.
Hiya.
I'm Julie. Big up the volunteers. Are you excited yet?
Yeah.
Woo! London 2012. Have your tickets handy.
That's,
Have you guessed what I am?
You are something to do with the Olympics from last year.
Shout out for Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Their athletes are doing brilliant, aren't they, kids?
I know what you are. You're one of those volunteers who worked at the Olympics.
Yeah, I'm a games maker, Gary. A games maker.
Oh, do you know what? You made the Olympics. I went down there on numerous occasions, and if it wasn't for guys like you sending me to the right places, swimming's over there, the rowing's over there, I don't know where I would be.
Yeah, that's me.
Was it fun?
Oh, do you know what? I've never felt so alive.
Yeah.
It was on my bucket list.
Yeah.
One of the things you've got to do...
So what did you do?
I was sitting on one of those high chairs, you know, the really high chairs with the foam hands. I'm wearing them now. I'm in my uniform right now. I've not taken it off.
You're still wearing it now?
Yeah, I've got the chinos, right?
Yeah.
Purple and red polyester shirt. I've got my regulation bag over my shoulder, my hat, my jacket, my brolly, my trainers. But the best thing, my favourite thing, is the giant foam hands.
OK. Have you got a family? Or do you live on your own?
Sorry, it's just...
No.
I just want it to be the Olympics every day, London 2012. Why did it have to suddenly become 2013?
No, it was a wonderful spirit. It was a wonderful time, and we'll never forget it. But I do worry about you still wearing those foam hands and still dressed up in it. You're like Miss Havisham, aren't you?
Was she one of the games makers?
No, it doesn't matter. You must have seen a lot of the actual events. What was one of the greatest things you saw when you were there? What sporting event?
Well, no, I didn't see anything. I was just outside pointing and shouting.
So you didn't see
They got
Usain...
the game!
You didn't watch Usain Bolt or William Fox Pitt?
Who's that? Was he one of the games makers?
No. Did you live in like a little campus thing? Is that what you did?
I stayed in like a tent in a campsite, and it was like a fun refugee camp, really.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be telling my children's children about this.
Yeah. You obviously saw lots of people from all over the world. Out of all the nations that came, who were your favourite? Who were the politest?
The Turks.
So, have you been back to the park since?
I went, sorry Gary, I get very emotional about it, because I went up there the other day and it was like a wasteland.
Yeah.
Even Mandeville had gone.
Yeah.
And I just stood there pointing.
They're going to... When they turn it into a Nando's. Anyway, thanks very much for your call, and we'll speak to you soon, and it was great to talk to you. Well done for all your hard work.
Big up the volunteers.
Oh. So, we're talking about the legacy of the Olympics, and I've got Graham Downs on the phone. Hello, Graham.
Hello, Gary. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, Graham. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks very much. Yeah, the more Olympic fun rolls on in my house, Gary.
Does it?
Don't you remember? But I once told you that we have Christmas 3 times a year in our house.
I remember, yes.
Oh, aren't we lucky? Christmas dinner 3 times a year. But now, guess what we have as well, me and my mum?
What do you have?
We have the Olympics again. And we relive every single gold medal, every single silver medal, every single bronze medal, and every single little drama on the way.
So you're really into your sport then, Graham, even though you're bedridden and you can't play any?
Breaking news! You know, like all the sponsors of all the sports companies like Nike, Adidas, Puma and all that?
Yeah?
Guess who's going to be the next big face?
Who?
Yours truly, Graham Downs.
No.
Yeah, well, think about it. Everyone else has been discredited largely, haven't they?
We know who you're talking about, yes.
Well, I'm talking about there's quite a few there's been over the years, haven't there? Golfers with the name of a big cat, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah, if a white man was called Tiger, we'd all laugh at him, wouldn't we? Anyway, no. What with all the drug taking and the murdering and the adultery and everything else that goes on going, it seems that no one has got a moral leg left to stand on. They've gone through the entire bowl of sugar puffs. There's none left. But what's that? Right underneath the spoon, there's one last little sugar puff, and guess who it is? Yours truly, Graham Downs. Yeah.
The only thing missing is the sports side.
Well, granted, I'm not exactly go-to person, am I, for that kind of world? But
I can just imagine your face on all those posters all around.
Look out, is Graham.
Yeah.
Or maybe something a bit snappier than that, I don't know.
Your mum would be proud, wouldn't she?
Oh, I think she'd be very proud. And she'd be slightly worried, because once I'm up there, who knows, then I'd be able to commit loads of adulteries and things.
Maybe it's the fame, isn't it?
You know what I mean, Gary? I'll just say something. I'll leave you with this thought, right?
Okay.
A Nazi is a human being. You think about it, they're only humans, but so maybe we're all capable of terrible things, aren't we? So maybe when someone does a terrible thing, we should perhaps have a little bit of sympathy, have a bit of sympathy towards the victim first.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, that's right, yes.
Then maybe we'd have a nicer world in which we could all live in.
All right, well, a lovely chat. Good luck with the campaign.
Grrr.
Hey.
Look out, I've got roid rage.
Roid rage?
Not steroid rage, though. Hemorrhoid rage. All right, see ya.
See you later.
Bye.
Let's go straight to another call. Who's there? Hello.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. It's Sadiq from Bradford.
Hello, Sadiq.
Listen, you know this thing about the Olympics, right? It's un-Islamic, man. Got to ban it. You know, swimming, volleyball, gymnastics, even archery, because sometimes, bro, you can see the armpits and that. Do you know what I mean? And all the exposing the flesh, right? It's very un-Islamic. The Saudis are right. Do you know what I mean? Just ban it.
What if they did these sports covered up?
All I'm getting is funny quotes. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking about, like, Jessica Ennis or that Rebecca Addington's ties. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, when I go to watch, beach volleyball, I don't want to see all these naked bums and stuff. Do you know what I mean? You want to see a proper game.
Well, just don't watch it.
Well, you've got to watch it, though, haven't you?
Yeah, they do look great in those skimpy outfits, don't they? But the answer isn't just to ban everything, though, is it? Banning will send it underground, and there'll be underground illegal volleyball playing, or underground illegal gymnastics, or underground illegal swimming. Can you imagine if they banned swimming?
They can go on burkini.
But it's very hard to swim in one of those, isn't it? Michaela got one when she was first pregnant. She was worried that people would think she was just getting fat when actually she was pregnant. And when she went swimming in it, she looked like she was trying to fight some giant black octopus or something in the swimming pool. But, it was a funny thing to see. You had to be there in the pool at the time.
If everyone's wearing it, it'd be fine.
Yeah. You know, maybe they should all wear bikinis and all take drugs, and then we'd have a level playing field. Interesting thought of mine there. Thanks for your call.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, Gary.
Hello there.
I don't know if you remember me, Gary.
I do remember you, yes.
I'm ringing about what the legacy of the 2012 Olympics will be for this country and also for me personally.
Yes.
As you know, there were serious problems with the security arrangements, especially with G4, not mentioning any names, of course.
Right.
And I took it upon myself to test the replacement security systems.
Oh.
And let me tell you, it were easy to pack a van full of explosives. And I drove right into the heart of the Stratford Olympic Park. I was able to use the Olympic lanes. I had a false pass. I got right into the central theatre of the Olympic dream.
Oh.
I could have driven that van straight up Usain Bolt's arse.
Ow.
And boom.
What happened?
They nicked me.
Oh.
And the Olympic legacy for me, Gary, 15 years at Her Majesty's pleasure.
Right, well, thanks for that. Very interesting.
Thanks very much, Gary.
So we're talking about the legacy of last year's Olympics, and I've got another caller on the phone. Who's there?
Hello, Gary. I'm Mrs. Hodges.
Hello, Mrs. Hodges. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Nottingham, Gary.
OK, so what's your question, Mrs. Hodges?
Well, I just wanted to let you know that the legacy of the Olympics for me was the wildflower matting in the Olympic Park.
Yeah.
I just went mad for it. I went to the Olympics with my husband.
Mr. Hodges.
And, we went to see the All Blacks and the Yellows playing hockey, but it was all a bit too sweaty for me, not really my thing, but it was the wildflowers that did it for me. And I don't know whether you know, but the wildflowers were all on a sort of carpet, like a magic carpet. And
no.
They were all, like, sewn in, ready, you know, and when I got home, I thought, I've got to get this. I've got to keep the Olympics alive. So I ordered the matting in, and first of all, I did my front garden, and then I did my backyard, and then, you know what, me and my husband thought...
Who, Mr. Hodges?
Yeah, Mr. Hodges thought, sod it, let's just do the whole house inside and out. So we got the hydroponic lights and the sprinkler system.
Yeah.
The stairs were a bit of a problem, but we got one of those down the stair lift.
Oh, right, so you don't trample on the flowers when you go up the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's a bit like a cable car in Switzerland or something, isn't it?
It really is like a cable car, that's right. And
are you mental?
Oh, well,
You're listening to the Down the Line Olympics special, and you can give... Is that right? Is that what it's called? Yeah. You're listening to the Down the Line Olympics special. If you want to join in the conversation, give us a call on 0808 157 0000 or Twitter me at Gary Bellamy DTL. And I've got another expert on the line. Hello. Who's there?
Hi, Gary. It's Professor Tom Wiley.
Hello, Tom.
Hi. As you know, I'm an Olympicologist.
I see. Well, we're actually talking today about the legacy of the Olympics.
Well, Olympicology covers that remit adequately. There are some specialist Olympic legacyologists, but I feel I'm able to talk on behalf of those people, too.
OK. So how do you measure the legacy of the Olympics, then?
Well, we use a unit of measurement called the VOOL.
VOOL. What does that mean?
It's calculated in the following way. Expectation over disillusionment divided by per capita disappointment multiplied by enthusiasm times the life of pi squared.
Okay.
Some people still measure the benefit in Romberts, but they've been shown to be somewhat unreliable. It's a rather volatile system of measurement.
The Rombert?
Yeah, the Rombert was a scale developed by a colleague of mine, Professor Gary Rombert. Now, of course, Miranda Rombert, but I must stress that her gender orientation has nothing to do with the decrease in popularity of the measurement unit.
So what can you say is the actual benefit legacy of the Olympics to Britain?
276 VOOL.
Yeah, I think what you do is fantastic. Thanks very much for your call. Right. Hey, it's Chuck Perry. Hi, Chuck.
Hello, Gary, how are you?
I'm doing good. What?
Here,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we've had the Olympics and the Paralympics, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, how about the Mental Olympics for the mentally ill?
Mental Olympics?
Here, how do the relay teams get on, eh? They'll be chasing back for the last leg, and the American ain't turned up because he's a bit depressed. Don't let him anywhere near the guns or the javelins.
OK, I've got David on the line. What's your point, David?
Olympics.
Oh, great.
I think I missed it.
Yeah.
It's on.
No, it's not on anymore. No, it's stopped. No.
What happened in it?
Well, there were lots of different sporting activities, and we won about 29 gold medals.
Who's we? You?
Britain, Great Britain.
Oh, all right.
Do you like sport?
I like biscuits.
Do you like sport, though?
Yeah, I watch all of it. I watch all the sport that's on. All of it, everything, all of it.
What's your favourite sport?
Football.
Yeah. Do you support any football teams?
Football and maths.
Football and maths?
Yeah, it's my favourite ones.
Maths isn't really a sport as such, is it?
Can you get biscuits in Africa?
Yeah, I think so. Hello, next caller. Who's there?
Hello, Gary. It's Khalid.
Well, hello, Khalid.
What is point down line? What is point down line? What is point down line?
Well, I think what the point of down the line is we allow people to make points, to talk about topics, discussions. We give people a voice.
What is point give public voice?
Well, where else do they have a voice?
Don't care about giving public voice. What is point give stupid people voice?
I sometimes wonder myself, Khalid, but I persevere. OK, I've got Early D. Hi.
Hey, what go on, singular? How things?
Yeah, Boydoms, man.
Love, innit, eh? So how'd you get on with the Olympics? Did you enjoy all of them running and all them?
It was brilliant, Early. I'm still buzzing.
I think it was a little bit dry. You understand what I'm saying? It was a bit dry, innit?
In what way do you think it was dry, Early?
Okay, like, some man get a thing for kayaking and cycling and a bit of judo and like a bit of running and a bit of shooting, clay pigeon and that. And then when it finished, you say, yeah, but so what? You know what I mean? Like, so what? What's big thing about that? You know what I mean?
Well, we got lots of gold medals. You know, we rose to the challenge.
The only best part of it, right, was when they tricked the Queen into coming out of that thing in the sky, innit?
That wasn't really her, you know that, don't you?
What I talk about?
She wasn't really in the helicopter. She didn't really jump. I think that was a dummy or a stunt double.
What you just said? Did you just say that the Queen was a dummy?
No. Well, no, she was a dummy, yeah. That was a dummy Queen.
Hold on. Listen, that's what you call a breach of the Secret Act, innit?
No, listen. A dummy dressed as the Queen was thrown out the helicopter.
I tell you the part of it, what I feel the strongest is the side of it when I'm talking about the Paralympic side, innit?
Paralympics.
Because them people, they got enough problem, innit? Why they have to force them to go around in their wheelchair racing? They don't want to do that, innit?
No, they do it because they want to do it. It's an amazing thing for them to do. Here are people born with a disability who are saying, we won't be suppressed.
No, singular. Of course they don't want to do it. They force them to do it,
They don't force them. No, it's what they want to do.
Them. Look, in years to come, people are going to look Paralympic and say, how could people do them sort of thing? It's disgraceful, isn't it?
No, Ellie, I think you got the wrong end of the stick there. But don't you think that the whole thing was such an amazing event, such a great spectacle with all these people from all over the world coming together in this feast of sporty prowess?
So what?
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Early. Let's go straight to another call. Hello, who's there?
All right, Steve Baker.
Hello, Steve.
All right, Go, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks. What are you calling about today?
I'm calling about, there's a bloke in the Olympics whose name most of us have forgot. He was a bloke in a boat.
Oh.
He was a really boring bloke in a boat and he won a gold.
Did he?
He's won a gold. He's a boring bloke in a boat, one of the old rowing ones. He's like on his own in a boat.
Yeah.
And he won a gold medal. He was really dull. When I interviewed him afterwards, he was like, yeah, it's all right.
I must have missed this one.
We forget him. He's probably going to work and no one knows that he's won a gold medal. It ain't right, is it?
No.
He'll go into work and he'll go, do you remember me in the Olympics? I was a bloke in a boat by myself. I've won gold. So, and they're all blanking, weren't they? They blanked the bloke in the boat.
The bloke in the boat.
Bloke in the boat, blank.
Thanks for your call.
All right.
So we're talking about the legacy of the Olympics, and I've got a friend of the show and reformed criminal Tony Beckton on the line. And Tony, apparently you were in prison during the Olympics.
Hello, Gary, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
I don't think a lot of people realise what you miss when you're in jail. I mean, I've done so much bird, as you know, and I've missed so many Olympics through it. You don't get to watch it. Anything that gets you going a bit, they'll stop it to put a block on it.
See, I thought that maybe something like the Olympics you'd all be allowed to watch because it's...
No.
No. People say, oh, you know, prison these days is like a hotel. Is it like a hotel?
No, it ain't, because you can't check out.
No, true.
I've missed so many Olympics through being in jail, and when I look back, it's sad, really.
What did you think of this one, then? What do you think? You know, there's a lot of kids out there who might turn to crime, who could have seen the Olympics, been inspired by it, and think, I'm not going to use my running skills to run away from an arson attack. I'm going to run away from the starting line to the finish line and win a gold.
I'll tell you what I thought, Gal. I see that opening ceremony.
Yes.
And what they've done, they've airbrushed out the British criminal.
The child catcher was in there.
What?
He stole kids.
Let's get it right. Where was the train robbers?
Yeah, but
maybe you could have had a train driving into the stadium, and then a load of guys would come in, you know, masked up, and they cosh the driver, and you see him make off with all the loot. People would have loved that. Yeah. You could have had the twins there, the Crays. They could have been two giant puppets pulling the strings.
Maybe Kenneth Branagh could have come on dressed as, I don't know, Chris Hume.
Listen to me, Bellamy. Don't start trying to put a piece of filth in with the train robbers.
Right.
I see him in the paper.
Someone like Chris Hume or Jonathan Aitken or any of these guys.
I don't want to hear about them people.
No, but they were
I don't want to hear about them people, Gary.
But they were in prison.
There's people in there whose lives are over. There's people in there who are just looking at 30 years, can't see their wives, can't see their kids. People who come out of the old biller on them, watching them day and night, day and night.
Yeah, yeah. But these people you're talking about who've serving these 30-year sentences, they've broken the law. They've only got themselves to blame.
Don't start all that. Most of them are fitted up anyway. What do you know about the law?
We're talking about a basic thing, right and wrong. These people from a very early age, we all know the difference between right and wrong. They broke the law, OK, they deserve to be in prison.
Listen to me, I'll give you a pass before, but I'll see you before.
Don't get me angry on
Don't
this.
come with me, I'll come down there again. Don't make me come down there again.
You give it the best you've got. Give it the best you've got. It's about right and wrong. It's about principle.
I'll come down and I'll smash you to pieces!
So I've got Barl on the phone, and you're ringing to talk about the Olympic legacy.
Barl here. Who's speaking, please?
Yeah, Gary Bellamy.
Hello, Gary.
So how do you feel Britain is responding to the legacy of the Olympics?
Oh, I think we've responded wonderfully. I mean, if you look at the economy, it's booming. There are jobs. People are raking it in. I met a man the other day who said he raised so much money.
Yeah.
And I think they couldn't have done it any better. I thought the opening ceremony with the whole thing with valves.
Valves?
The system of valves they were representing really did show this country. Because without valves, we wouldn't have sound. And without sound, we wouldn't have this radio show, which is marvellous. And I think that is one of the legacies of the Olympics, this radio show.
You know what? Thank you, Barl. I don't often get very positive feedback, and that means a lot to me. Thanks. Right, so, Barl, do you think a lot of people are thinking it's now time to start to get fit? It's time to tax those fizzy drinks. It's time to tax those sweets. It's time to stop that fast food and get on our exercise bikes, eat greens. How about a sugar tax?
I do agree with everything you said there. I didn't hear it all.
No.
But do people want to get fit? That is a good question, because I do keep fit with my sister, Sissy. I lift her, she lifts me, and we do this several times, a number of repetitions. We have our own exercise chart on the wall with our own versions of exercise, which we carry out together, mainly lifting each other, putting each other down, lifting each other, placing ourselves down quietly or placing ourselves down noisily, because it's important to exercise vocal cords.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Barl, it's been a pleasure as ever. Look after yourself in your baffling little world.
Thank you so much, and I hope you get better. Oh, no, it wasn't you. Forget that. I'm glad you're fine.
Sorry. Thank you very much for your call. Thank you, Barl.
Bye-bye.
So, we're talking about the Olympic legacy, and I've got someone else on the line. Hello.
Yes, hello, Gary.
Hello, is that Humphrey?
Yes, it is.
Hello, Humphrey.
I was just calling in response to your earlier caller. He was trying to identify what he described as a bloke in a boat.
Yeah, that's right. The gold medal winning bloke in a boat.
Yes, this chap in a boat, and I just thought I'd let you know who that was.
Oh, who was it?
It was, oh God, it's gone.
Oh.
He was in a boat.
Yes.
The long, what's it called? Good Lord.
Was it
You know what it's like? You know the word, but when you've got to sneak up on it. Talk to me about something else.
Okay, well, it's
Something
completely different. Okay. What do you think about... Do you like chocolate?
Kayak.
That's it. Okay,
It
kayak.
was a kayak.
Yep. And we were
his name
trying...
was... Oh, gosh, no.
Shall we talk about something else again, see if it comes to you?
Yes.
Where are you going on your holidays this year?
Jessica Ennis.
Jessica Ennis, yes.
Whenever I think of the Olympics, I just think of her.
Yes, she was very good in the Olympics. I didn't actually see what she did. I must have been out at that time. But to be honest, I've only know her from the advert she's in. But I heard lots of good things about her in the Olympics.
Yes, I had a dream about Jessica Ennis last night.
So did I.
Going over a waterfall in a kayak, and I dived in and saved her. And you see, in my dreams, I'm like Tarzan. and then I wake up and I'm not.
Yes, I suppose the more likely reality is that Jessica Ennis would probably save you, Humphrey.
Oh, yes, that'd be rather fun, wouldn't it?
Thanks, Humphrey. So we're still none the wiser as to who the bloke in the boat was, and we will probably never know, as we've only got time for one last call, and it's Martin Hole. Hello, Martin.
All right, Gal. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, where are you? Where are you?
I'll keep my voice down. I'm on my mobile, because I'm doing a job out in Stratford, aren't I?
Right.
I've gone round and look at the Olympic part. I've jumped over the perimeter fence, and I'm inside, right?
Right.
You listen to this, I'll hold my phone up. You clock the atmosphere here now. Listen to this. That's the Olympic legacy for you, mate. Nothing.